noise she's making. How's everybody doing today? How are you? Did you have a good day? I hope so. I'm going to go in the dark tonight because it's going to be one of those crazy... What did I just drop? I just dropped something. If something goes under this couch, it's over. Well, I guess that's gone. Oh, well, that's the end of the show. Thank you for coming in tonight, everybody. Me and Tony are going to go. All right, so next... We'll let everybody gather around. They probably thought I was going to be late, so like I usually am.
What are you doing?
Kaiser, what are you doing?
Yep, that's it, Pete Fox. I'm out. Nobody cares. We got justice for Maddie, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan. I love it. What's going on? How you doing? Nice to see you. Meanie Weenie, all the rows. Rowie. All right. Are you guys ready to backward mask tonight? All right. Worthless window.
Idaho 4 rewind.
Private investigators hired by the defense?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Private investigators, but not hired by anybody.
Not hired by anybody?
Well,
Not
hired for somebody, but not them.
Not the defense? Prosecution? Family? Co-burgers?
Why was he allowed inside the crime scene?
Cockroach?
Who hired him? This was January 6th, 2023, just days after the arrest.
Oh, you got me. Wow, there goes the, I meant to stop before that. Hello, Swamp. I meant to stop before that, and I was distracted because Swamp Rose popped into the chat. Thanks, Swamp. There goes my perfect record. Alright, we're going to have to start over. Sorry. Thanks, Jen. Big shot. I knew I wouldn't be able to keep these girls forever. You can't keep them down. They're too good. Apparently, well, let's see what we got. So, this is somewhere I drive by, like, more or less every day of my life. And I don't remember it having flooding like a couple other places. There's a picture of me. Residents of the Standard Apartment in Clearwater are being forced to leave for the second time in 2 weeks due to damage. So, this gets to my other big topic tonight, which is FEMA. FEMA sucks. And they are complete shysters. When I tell you what they did, you might already know. But when I tell you what they did, you will hate our government right now. Okay. I said it was your fault. This is a dark and evil show. No, Tony's alright with you. You can say. Just don't let P. Fox back. It's Baby Friday, so if you're having a baby, get that little thing out. And let's see. Yeah, so that is my other point. And you'll see in just a minute what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen to these poor people. They forced them out finally. There's a follow-up story that I don't know if I'm going to play it, but anyway.
Rare Photos, Part 54. This man
well,
is...
I was going to talk over this. Well, this is that whole section where it's music. Okay, this guy's standing on a clear lake. Blah, 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 blah. I give you a harmonica for this, I guess. They made this door. I'm not even going to play this one. Woo-hoo! The man running. Let's see what we got here. Next one. Yeah, I got it. No. Okay, nope. Alright, I'm going to turn this window off. I'm so good at turning things off. Here we go. Nope. Okay, you can't hear it, can you? No. This one's not right. That's just, no. Okay. He's wearing a dress. I don't know. That's just evil. Okay. Next window. Did you know if you're young Frankenstein, Ken Strickfaden made the blah blah blah. So in Young Frankenstein, the guy went and found the props from the original Frankenstein movie. God, okay, you guys are a tough crowd. That's a heart without blood. That's the world's first picture. That's the smallest designer handbag. I don't know what that is. Einstein's X. You know what that is. That's what the world looks like. Look. Look at what the world really looks like. They lie. Alright, enough of that. Okay. I can turn the sound back on. No more harmonica. Aww. Okay. I don't know how that got there. I need a drink. Heather was supposed to take this one out. Darn it. Heather, why would I look at who's here, Miss Hotshot. Jenn. Welcome in, Jenn. The gang's been waiting for it. You know, Elle, I thought you were gonna go Simo live and I was gonna check in on you. I say hello to your dad there, Chukila. And I hope he's doing well. And I hope you're doing well too. There we go. All right. More me. More me. There's going to be a lot of me's tonight. I'm telling you. I'm going to have to flashy thing you. Because there's going to be so many me's. I forgot. I just flashy thing myself. You just got flashy thing. Consider yourself flashy thing. That's a wave. That's what it's like. That's inside the surfer zone, dude. Alright. Let's get rid of that one, I guess. Jerks.
A YouTube star totaled his $200,000 McLaren after he live streamed himself texting while driving in the rain. Even more tragic, he survived.
It's funnier with a laugh track, isn't it? Okay, so this is what they're doing at University of Idaho. They're really making great strides. I have this article open, I hope.
So,
or maybe not.
Well, that was the last...
Oh, no, I jumped ahead. Anyway, they uncovered how to prevent beer from exploding. If you want me to, I'll read... You know what? Hey, Dan. Shag, what up? I will open this just because Shaggy came in. I know. For a flashy thingy. Dang, I did it to myself again. That Shaggy wants to know how to open a beer. Let's see if they tell us here. We've all had that, and so I hope it works for soda too. Moscow, Idaho, Dateline. A potential solution to a common beer spoiling menace could be bubbling up from an unexpected source, thanks to research led by Paul Rowley, an associate professor of microbiology at the University of Idaho. According to a press release from the university, Rowley's research has found that microorganisms called diastatic yeasts can wreak havoc in brewing. Oh, so this is a beer thing. Boosting alcohol content, altering flavors, and worst of all, causing bottles to explode. Rowley believes the answer might be in another type of yeast. Well, I thought I could just tap on the top. Stupid Idaho. Oh, I just closed the... Did I? No. I never do anything wrong. Alright, this is a mind blower. Get ready for the supernatural. This is the Idaho 4 follow-up for at True Killer Crime. While she's driving, she can just listen in. She probably watched this already. But I just kind of tuned in, and I check in on Dawn once in a while, because she's pretty chill and cool, and I think I'm right on the right spot. So I'll shut up now. Shutting up.
The time
now.
I saw my mom, the night I left that rickety shack, the
And you'll see for yourself what happens without me talking now.
welfare people came and took the baby. Mama died and I ain't been back. But the wheels of fate had started to turn, and for me there was no way out. It was very long till I knew exactly, that's it, what my mom had been talking about. I knew what I had to do, and I made myself this solemn vow that it's going to be a lady someday, though I didn't know when or how. But I couldn't see spending the rest of my life with that my head held down in shame. You know, I might have been born just plain white trash, but Fancy was my name. So
Fancy Grace.
It wasn't long after that benevolent man took me off the street, and 1 week later I was
Hold on,
pouring
guys.
his tea in a
This is gonna
5-room
be,
hotel suite. Yes, she was.
What do they
I
call
charmed
it?
a king
A
and
boom,
a
boom, boom.
congressman and an occasional
A boom,
aristocrat.
boom, boom, boom.
And then I got me a Georgia mansion and an elegant New York townhouse flat. And I ain't done bad.
She will read a whole book. Don't get me
In this
wrong.
world, there's a lot of
Yeah,
self-righteous
it's coming.
hypocrites that would call me bad. They
All
criticize
right, here's the shuffle. Boom, so stuff starts flying. She just has this random. Watch this. You're not ready. All the cards are facing down too, which is crazier. This is crazy. This is so crazy. You guys should be checking her out. Like, she did my reading today, and I shut down her live. And the other day, I came in, and all these bells started going off. It was weird. But watch this. You're not ready. You can already see it.
So we
right?
already
You can
right
already
off
see
the
it.
rip have Jack, right?
Jake, Jack, Kane,
have Faith.
True Killer. It even says True Killer, I swear to you. And there's Fat, which is, you know. And then
We also have Fat.
there's Kaylee. Anyway, you can see for yourself. I mean, this was like the card drop. If we'd been in Vegas, yo, we'd have been eating shrimps. Okay, I'm back. You missed me. Alright, let's see what else.
Hi there! Would you like to receive a gift? I'm a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and this is the Book of Mormon. It specifically talks about Jesus Christ. I've seen the Book of Mormon.
This popped up in my feed along with another thing. Jen, you are the gold star. I'm just honored to have you here, period. If you want to call in, put a 7,642,832,602 in the chat, and I'll let you. Echo, 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 echo. Isn't that a I know it's a, you know, I know country, girl. I'm not buying them for you, Jen. All right, next one is, that was nice. Your moment of zen. So nice. I had to ruin it. I had to ruin it, didn't I? I ruined everything. Jen, how do you stay so thin? All I do is eat and get fat.
An 83-year-old man has become the oldest person ever to hike the Appalachian Trail. The man dedicated the walk to his wife, who died a few miles back.
It's funny because old. It's funny getting old. Okay. Anyway, jerks.
New York City is now requiring employers to disclose salary ranges in all job listings. Employers must list everything ranging from the top salary all the way down to the female salary.
A new study suggests that men are better.
Hold on. Getting old's funny.
Better than women at using a map, while women are better at sitting silently for the rest of the car ride after you tell them that.
It's true.
A new study finds that despite women making less money than men, more single women in the U.S. own homes than single men, thanks to a phenomenon economists call divorce.
I don't know. I couldn't get away with these jokes. Not even if I was Lana or Lonnie. What if I was Lana or Lana? What if I had like two and I just put on a wig and I didn't have lampa hair? I mean, you got to wonder why I even have a lampa. Who has a belta and a lampa? I do. This guy right here that you can't even see. So if I go like this, you can see. Wow, 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 wow. This is a cryptic night hair at the patch. Cold and covered. I don't mean to dox you, but I'm kind of doxing myself. But I saw you in Daniel's chat today, and I'm like, what is she doing? Get out of there! You guys, I just finished that. What we're gonna do at the end of the show? It's all at the end of the show because I got to get the whole crew in here. Like Heather kind of comes fashionably late. Jen usually. I don't eat pizza all the time, by the way, Trish. I would eat pizza and Pepsi all the time. When I was a kid, we used to go to pizza, and I would get a pitcher, and then I'd finish the pitcher. If you can imagine, that's how it would go. Elle still loves me, though. That's okay. Do I need a wig? Maybe I need to cover up a little more. I have a special guest coming on the next show. His name is Andrew, and he's going to have a fantastic story for us about the cops and what they did to him. And this was back in the day. Okay? Yeah. You notice I got the other guitar up there tonight. So I'm setting up the one that used to hang there for my buddy because he left his in Georgia from the hurricane. He had a guitar. It was a Main Street guitar. I'm with you, Dan. I was like, down on Main Street. It's like the most generic brand. But it was alright. It was like, alright, play some more.
March is...
That's so funny. Alright, this one.
I'm going to take
Kamala,
1 minute.
Stop with your word salads. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. This is a dark night here at the Purge.
Law. Here's Steve Leto.
Andrew sent me a note. Steve, check out this story. I believe it's a trifecta. It's a topic you like to talk about. It involves the Institute for Justice. And I saw it on Gizmodo, which is a sister site to Jalopnik, where you used to write.
Some grilled cheese.
Said, you know, you're right, my friend. Now, I did get this from a whole bunch of other people. Thank you very much. I just now pulled the press release from the Institute for Justice's website. I'll put a link to them in the description below the video. Federal lawsuit challenges Virginia City's use of over 170 cameras to conduct prolonged warrantless surveillance of the entire driving population. Now, this is interesting because this isn't the only city that's doing this. These systems are now used in more than 5,000 U.S. communities. If it's not happening near you, it's coming soon. Dan King wrote this. 2 Norfolk area residents teamed up with the Institute for Justice to file a federal lawsuit against the city, challenging the constitutionality of its massive vehicle surveillance system, which allows police to monitor the comings and goings of all drivers in the city. The 2 argued the program violates the Fourth Amendment rights of all citizens, and this is used in thousands of communities across the country. One of the plaintiffs is a 42-year-old husband and father who recently retired from the Navy. I don't like the government following my every movement and treating me like a criminal suspect when they have no reason to believe.
So we know where Leto Law is going to stand on that. Check out his microphones, though, back here. Ain't those neat? He's got a really killer collection, like the old Elvis mic there, and then like the school. Anyway, I'll put a link since nobody else is going to do it. I got to do everything. Kane has to do everything. I don't know why. Here we go. My girls all got famous on me, and they don't even return my text messages anymore. All right, here we go. Next, so yeah, this is obviously, I've been saying up and down and all around, it's going to obviously become a huge issue. And the dumb police want to implement all this stuff so they can make finding people easier. No, they can make hunting down criminals easier and watching us easier. And they don't realize that they're going to be replaced very soon. And everything that they snuck in there is going to be turned on them. So the joke's on them. But it's also on it. This is a really dark show tonight, you guys. This is nothing funny here. No joking around. None of you joking around. Heather will be here soon, hopefully. I don't know how many chats she's got to fire. She's got to... Anyway. Oh my gosh, I can't even make my points.
I just paid off my student loan. It's tough getting older. Went into an antique store, they wouldn't let me leave. I tried using that face aging app. They said, nah, you're good. I'm officially an old man. I give unwanted advice to total strangers. I told a kid to pull his pants up, his underwear was showing. He mocked me, tried to give me a wedgie. But the joke was on him, I was wearing the pins.
He's funny. Okay.
Can you help me, Michael, because I need to get down.
Oh, here he goes.
Dog is such a sea blocker. Oh. Animals. Animal!
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Bad Design. Or, if this is a sperm bank, excellent design. This rug, though, I do not approve of this rug. Wood furniture is not going to save this. I'm going to guess that the hostess did not approve this sign. Spacing would have... Who approved this Winnie the Pooh toy? There were other options. And you guys tell me all the time that, like, I'm very privileged as an English speaker to just assume that, like, all other languages... Like, I get what you're saying. I get it. I know that this was not written for an English speaker. However, I'm gonna giggle at it. You can't stop me. And then I just want to end on two excellent signs because I am in complete agreement here. It's just made me happy. I hope you bring this kind of attitude to your day.
I'm trying here. I don't. Who wants to hear backward masking? I do. Tony does. Put a 1 in somebody else's chat if you do, because I'm not doing it yet. I barely finished it, and I was gonna put a. Anyway, it came out very extremely wild, and I've just been having the craziest day. That some dude. And I don't know what. I just, you know how sometimes I just put a crack in the window like that, and I'll watch outside, and this guy kept just riding by like every 20 seconds. So I went outside. I fixed my tire, by the way. Bike rides are back, folks. I don't understand how you're eating and typing. Are you like type? Jen, haha. Here, I'm generating the chat now. And so I put my bike inside, and he stopped doing it. But it was like all day. I think he's still out there. Okay. Anyway, moving right along. We'll get there. Don't worry, it's coming. I've got a lot of stuff to get through, so I'm not gonna.
Fancy? It's me. Yeah, I may or may not have seen a naked man running out of this house. I refuse to talk. I'm frozen. Shuck face. Fancy? It's me. Yeah.
If you don't know who that is, I don't know. I'd tell you to sub up to Jenn and Heather, but jeez. They're just blowing me out of the water. I couldn't be happier. I'm so proud of my girls. Okay, let's see what we got.
During a rally in Atlanta, Donald Trump said that any black person who votes for Kamala Harris should have their head examined. But no matter who we vote for, I promise you, I am not going to therapy.
It's like a 5. Moscow council members expressed frustration over the Latah County jail issues. So, Moscow yesterday, City of Moscow council members spoke on the Latah County. They did this to me last time. Ongoing jail problems. And like I told you before, it's system problems. They didn't maintain the systems. It's not structural. Many of them sharing their frustrations with the building's poor quality maintenance and the possibility of its closure. Now, let me just say, and we saw in the video that I played over and over with the gentleman who is going to be played in the backward mask a little later, in just a minute, that you're going to enjoy thoroughly, I hope. A lot. You're going this is a good night. I think people are going to remember this night. People are going to be like, it's like going to be like when Nixon left the White House or Kennedy was shot. It's one of those moments. It really is. And I'm glad Twiz and Heather could be a part of it. Willie, Lana, all of you folks. I don't disclude anybody. Jen, you're here. But anyway, don't you think that with his blah 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 blah, I want to be in charge of the jail of the county prison, whatever, and I'm going to get the money and I don't have to answer to any one thing. That since he was the chief of police here in Moscow, that the Latah County thing would have fallen under his, or I don't know, or I guess maybe it was the sheriff that was in charge, but he didn't know anything about it. Apparently. Oh yeah, right. Okay, so anyway, I guess I'm off track. You know you feel me. They feel Latah County has not been collaborating with them on the issue. The Latah County Jail received, now remember, it's a battle between these only people that can control the money over Fry. No, Jen, are you trying to steal my thunder? We'll get to whether or not OCD Shaggy is really OCD later. That's coming. Don't worry. The Latah County Jail received an inspection in the summer from the Moscow Fire Department. The county learned of numerous issues within the jail. The fire egress, smoke detectors, and holding ceilings not having sprinklers. Whoop-de-doo. It's structurally fine. Do you have to build a new one? No. If they have to use the other one, they have to drive real far, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. It's just like they did.
This is the RC plane you guys as pilots have been waiting for, and you can't even get it yet. Hobby King just released this Super Tucano 1.6 meter, and let me tell you, this is the plane we have been waiting for. Super scale cockpit, 2 pilots, and it has all the features you typically would want to see on a plane of this size, like lights, full functioning flaps, and a retractable landing gear. Now this thing runs on 6S. It is a scale flying plane, but it does get up with ease.
Look at that bad boy.
If your piloting skills are good enough, this will handle anything
you throw
at it. When I say anything, I mean literally anything.
Full spin.
You can even bring this plane into a hover if you're a good enough pilot, which is wild.
That's insane.
Now, it wasn't designed to do that. It's a scale flying plane, and it does that amazing.
All right. I don't want to play too much True Killer.
President Biden also said that he hopes that the death of the leader of Hamas will be a path to peace in Gaza. Path to Peace is also the name of the home Biden's moving into in about 3 months.
Anyway, getting old's funny. Okay. This is, if you haven't seen this before. That's Nazaré in Portugal. And I think that's Garrett McNorma, the largest wave ever written. And I mean, that is some big stuff. There you go. Okay. So, anyway.
If I told you this was an RC airplane, you probably wouldn't believe me. And you would be right, but I did fly to 4 RC events this year, and I want to show you my top 4 planes. Number 4 is at Joe Nall, this giant scale F-14. It truly was a showstopper, and as good as it looks in the air, it sounds better. Number 3 was at Horizon Hobbies RC Fest. They had a ton of giant scale stuff, and as cool as the flying stuff was, I found myself at the tractor pull tent more than anything. I've never seen this stuff before.
He's pulling a
I
milk
was here
crate.
for about an hour talking to these guys, and it was amazing to see the amount of passion they had for this super cool hobby. Number 2 was at the Neat Fair. Now this is an all-electric event. These guys custom made a ton of stuff, but what really did it for me was this 3D printed cruise missile with foldable wings. It runs a 30mm EDF and needs to be dropped from another airplane.
That's a Tampa
Once it's
company,
falling, you hit the
Raytheon
wings and you can actually fly this like a regular RC airplane. Number 1 by... If I told you this was...
they don't show the B-52. Yeah, love those things. All right. Man arrested for attempted unaliving following this in Clearwater. We look alike. He's my twin. On Saturday the 19th, an incident of attempted occurred in a shared residence in the 1400 block of Fort Harrison Avenue where the Scientologists stay. The suspect, identified as Jeremiah Jenkins, age 50, allegedly attacked a fellow roommate with a paring knife. Check this out. According to the affidavit, Jenkins approached the victim in their shared home and stabbed him in the neck, causing severe lacerations. A physical struggle ensued, during which the victim attempted to defend himself. Despite the struggle, Jenkins managed to stab the victim again in the neck. And then he called 911. Everything was pumpkins and lollipops.
Liz, keep showing me Koberger. Wait, no, don't show me. Show me Koberger. Look at him. This guy, I mean, the jury's going to take one look at this and run as if they had seen a monster. I mean, that look in his eyes. You want to be alone in a room with this guy, Liz? Okay, there you go. Yeah, I don't want to be in the same room with him unless I was trying him for 4 counts of murder. Look in his eyes. You want to be alone in a room with this guy, Liz? Can you get...
I thought I'd give fodder for nothing half-assed there. Okay. On we go. We're almost there. I'm going fast because I'm so excited.
Ziva, you don't get a treat till she sits.
Hey! Hey!
Morning. Aww.
Sit.
You almost made it. Okay, that's over. All right, and so Pullman PD needs help identifying men involved in large College Hill bar fight that left a man with serious head injuries. And I pinned this before Bubbly posted her video on it. If you haven't seen, she did a great video on it. It left the guy with serious head injuries. Apparently he's going to recover. But she found that this bar was more or less adjacent, I believe, to a frat house. And so what they did was team up on the guy and beat the crap out of him. You can't just have a fight. You got to have a victim. So they need the public's help in identifying the college-age men involved in the fight, which won't be identified because they're trying to protect the college. Did I tell you that we're having a big, scary night tonight? We are. It's happening here on the Purge. Where's... if Heather doesn't get here soon... Probably walking her dog. A snake, dude. Nope. Oh, man. That looks like a serious viper, too. Apparently, one of the world's most deadliest snakes has evolved into 4 different species now. So you have that to look forward to finding on your Lazy Boy. Here we go, next one. Heather!
You know, before the internet, nobody could search things and whatever, but, you know, lately everybody's going, oh, Eddie Van Halen didn't invent tapping and pull hammer-ons and pull-offs and this and that. I never claimed that I did. but I do know how and when I figured out how to do it. Led Zeppelin's playing, and Jimmy Page is going like this. He's going. Okay, so he's got his hand in the air, and I'm going. So basically, I just moved the nut. Instead of using this hand, I use this hand. So like right now, if I go like this, you can't tell which finger I'm using. This hand or that hand? You tell me, right hand or left hand? I'm using both, okay? You know.
Rest in peace, Eddie. I always say I don't want to live in a world without Eddie Van Halen and the drummer Neil Peart from Rush. It's so sad they're gone. That brings a tear to my eye. But his son, I don't know if you guys know about his son Wolfie. He played in the band, and if I could play some of their music, they did a cool acoustic thing with David Lee Roth. His son Wolfie played the bass. He replaced Michael Anthony, and he was really good. But after Eddie passed, his son got like a #1 hit song that was dedicated to Eddie, his dad. And it wasn't until Wolfie, his son, was like 10 years old that Eddie, because Eddie didn't force the music thing on him, and he wasn't sure if he was going to have any interest in music at all. You know, at that age, you don't really know who your dad is or anything. Like Eddie was growing up with made to play classical piano, and they went out and did shows as little kids. They played at their elementary school. But one night they were in the kitchen, and Eddie's sitting on the couch watching TV, and he hears Wolfie singing. And it's, I feel like chicken tonight, chicken tonight. And he's like, yes, got it. And he sang in the song. Anyway, rest in peace, Eddie. We love you.
Law enforcement is smart about this. Many times they'll never even go to the homeowner about the footage. They'll go straight to Ring or Google Nest or whoever the provider is, and they'll talk about the fact that this is an emergency situation and they really don't have time to gain the warrant right now. They're going to need to share that information with the police immediately. No judge, no court order, just a request. And here's the real problem. In a rush to respond to this emergency by the police, many companies get sloppy. Instead of giving the officer the limited amount of information they requested,
wow, divination by
you'll
Dawn.
find many of these companies give everything to the police officer.
You know what, Don? I got a bone to pick with you because I've been singing that darn song. We are Siamese, if you please. Because we used to have a Siamese cat. His name was Doofy. He was cross-eyed. We are Siamese, if you don't, please. And she played that video. She's like, it's all part of the process. She's from Lady in the Tramp. And she played the video. I'm going to get a copyright strike. I don't care because it's all part of the process. And we're sitting there watching Lady. It was funnier then. See, I'll interrupt for her, but not for you, Jen. No, I'm just kidding.
On.
Yay, Jen. Everybody put a hand in the chat for Jen. 6,000 views. She even outdid her sister, Heather. Can you believe it? I'm so proud of all you girls. Okay.
Your footage. Law enforcement is smart about it.
So they'll get your footage, guys, whether you want to or not. And then get it from Ring. Rochelle, wow, long time no see. Wow. We are Sion. That's why I cut my song short, because I can't get the dang Lady in the Tramp out of my head. Plus, that was a fantastic... I don't know if you know how off the chain that reading was. And Trish has one coming up. That was Idaho 4. That was unbelievable. Dawn, that reading, man, was woo! Yes, let's hear it for Jen. Even P. Fox getting in on the action. It's going to be a showdown. All right. I love all you guys. Okay. This is Kohberger's defense witness previously worked for the O.J. Simpson murder thing. And so you probably already heard this thing, but that's Kohberger, and that's her. And so that's going on. Check it out if you want to hear. I'll put the link in there just in case. So just I didn't, Foxy lady. P. Foxy lady. She's too pretty for your own good. Okay, let's see.
circles a complete 360-degree loop. And the bucket list racing plans tramped them first in a...
Look at that. Watch. And he keeps going. Alright, so, hold on a second. Excuse me. We are Siamese. If you don't, please. This cat's like... Just the most evil cats ever. Alright. I played this clip because when I lived in San Diego, I lived right next to Mission Bay. And I don't know if Bubbly Waters is listening. She used to vacation down there, so she's probably seen it. They have the powerboat races back when they were actual powerboats and they were super loud. And SeaWorld is right there. You got Mission Bay. It's beautiful. And then the beach is like right there. Anyway, so I just happened to be walking home from Ocean Beach or something. And I'm going across the little bridge there in Mission Bay. And I looked down and they were having the powerboat races. And Miss Budweiser was hauling butt. These same boats that you see here. And it flipped just like that. But it came down nose first and burst into like 1,000 billion gazillion pieces. Like you've never seen before in your life. And it happened like just, I happened to walk up and see it. It was like the big news of the year. And the guy was okay. They have like a capsule in there. They're very safe in these things. But this thing, they're made of fiberglass. So they just blew apart in a million pieces. That's it. Thanks for coming in. Y'all, don't forget to tip your waitress. I'll be here. I'll be like, I don't know. Okay, Andrew coming next show. Old Andrew, he's my boy. You're going to love him, and you're going to love his stories. So we'll see that when that happens. All right, here we go. That was, shh, nope. No peeking. All right, so if you didn't know this, it says, always wondered why 11 is in uppercase letters and the N is a lowercase letter. Dun, dun, dun. Tony's not happy. So it's evil backwards. 7-Eleven. And I'll tell you something else about 7-Elevens. If you notice, a lot of people from the area say Siam own them. And they get 3 years tax-free. And then they pass them on to relatives who get another 3 years tax-free. So this is why you'll notice the same types of ownerships. They've kind of dominated, at least in Florida. I've worked at one, so I know. Terrible. It's awful. Yeah, have you ever seen the Wendy's logo around her neck? It says Mom. I didn't notice it for years. But it's always in your face. Evil backwards. Wow. Thanks to Jenn for that. Jenn from Criminal Confidential. Let's hear it for folks. Yeah, Miss Piggy. It's not easy. I can't even do Kermit today. I'm so excited to play the backward masking that you guys already forgot about it. All right, here's the last one.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, you are so sweet. Thank you. That's all she said the whole time? What's the thing on the table in front of her? What are the squares? It's a bunch of words. This bitch on a Ouija board right now? Let me see this thing. Oh, man. Relax, security. You all right, man? She's rushing the stage! Oh, that's so cool. It's just a full keyboard, basically. Simple answers. We have letters, colors, oops, thanks, sorry, white power.
He's so funny. He's so good with people. Yeah, please do, Jenn. She's probably gonna send me away. All right. I guess now is the time. The time is here. How did that book? Bush. The time is here. It's time to relax. Grab your Siamese cat. Dawn did say somebody has a Siamese cat that's involved. And Siamese did spell out in those letters that I didn't play all of it for you. Sorry, because I'm so excited for this. I'm probably going to break it. I'm going to break it. We all know I'm going to break it. I break everything. Here it is. Oh, you can't see it yet, jerks. Okay, well, before I get started here, this is the backward masking. I'm still lawning it up. I forgot. I'm not trying to do the all-night Lana bit. You know that Lana, you got to credit Lana for making me like women's college basketball and UConn. But you also have to credit Lana for kind of bringing us all together, and so we celebrate her for that, and she keeps us together, and she keeps it fun, but she also takes a serious subject seriously. Oh, see if that happens. So yeah, I think we all love Lana very much, very, very much. It's the beautiful Lana, and I say that with all heart. And also with the hopes that she won't copyright strike me for using her video without permission. Oh, sorry. She doesn't answer emails. She's too busy. She won't mind. That's down the road. That's way later, but I just wanted to get that out there now. Rochelle the Belly. It's coming. It's actually on the screen. You guys just can't see it. Backwards man, backwards man. I walk fast as you can. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Would you like some sausages? I know that Shaggy likes to make cheese sandwiches. He doesn't have a problem with that. All right, I'm going away in a second. And this is what you're going to see next. You're not ready. Is it real or is it fake? Let me know what you think. So seriously, can you hear me? I want to preface this by a couple things before I forget. I want to make a speech. I want to thank Heather. I want to thank Jenn. I hope Heather is watching, because this is going to be a big moment. This will be a copy. People already copy us. We know this. That's fine. That's great. I actually saw, I forgot who it was. Chaos Sector had, what was it? Comedy night. I was like, okay, that's good. Keep it up. I'm doing something right. I told you only creators watch this show for the first 20,000 shows. Anyway, so I wanted to preface this because it's scary. No, happy Halloween, everybody. Tomorrow, do you have your costumes ready? I'm wearing mine more or less right now. I have a pair of sunglasses. Not to ruin this. I have a beautiful white gown. Also. But I wanted to preface this by I'm going to play it forward first, and then you'll get to see it backward. And that's what you'll know. Shut up, Kane. Alright, here we go. I'm going to just play it. Hopefully, if I break it, I'm sorry. Oh, wait. What I wanted to say. Hold on. Hi, Bubs. I was talking about you. Yeah, I was talking about you. Okay, so, shh, don't tell her what I said. She probably already knows. She's watching. When I was going through these tapes, all these stacks of VHS, I used to have to edit wedding videos on VHS. Let me tell you, that was fun. At least we had a computer, but it was like, oh my gosh, monotonous. From two tapes to one mass. You don't care. You don't. You're not eating my Mr. T cereal no more. It's okay. Tino's. You're not brushing. You're not flossing. Hey, you got a big mouth. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you come down here and close it for me, Balboa? Hey, woman, you want to read? All right, enough. That was a bad impersonation. You should be taken off the internet. Kylan, no, I care about you. You're the only one I care about tonight. Then, she's the only one who said it. All right, so I noticed, and I put it in the little description thing that I do there, the little clever. That's the only time I try to write comedy. It's never funny. That both Fry and the state trooper guy, Mr. Baggy Pants, And if you notice in the video of the videos, like I played the first with the fake lady, and also I noticed, I think I saw Justin in the crowd of the first press conference, but also, Justin, Bubbly's favorite one. And then also, I don't know if it's him. I wanted you guys to tell me if that's a thing. I look like, a cop or chomo. I get it. I hear it all the time. It's like, I can't even buy a bag of weed, man. It's like, he's a cop. I got on brown shoes. I'm like, no, not a cop. The more you try to explain it, they're like, get out of here. So, anyway, that's why I have to kill him with humor. That's okay to say if you just say it with humor. Then I tried to find cop stuff at the dollar store, and all I found was this big badge, and I was going to, make a construction paper hat and glue the badge. And then I ended up looking like American Princess. Oh, Lord. Welcome in, American Princess. Anyway, the lady who passed away is in the first one, right? I think that was in the one-car accident that wasn't actually a reporter. Was that right? And then also I thought I saw Justin. And then also I noticed between Fry and the state trooper guy is they always refer to the press as their media partners. And I was like, okay, from what I see, most of the time, they hate the press. And here they're sticking their nose up and calling them their partners, which explains a lot. That's why nothing half-assed even exists. That's why she was put on this earth, because she is here to expose the partnership. They tell you what the cops tell them, period. What they tell them to say. Something pricked me. I don't know, Shaggy. Okay, Shaggy is definitely OCD, guys, by the way. And then the third thing, this is cutting out. This is getting weird. I have had the weirdest feeling all day that somebody's watching. I don't know. It is very, I know it was like the 7-Eleven thing. And then I also noticed that when he's speaking, I'm going to play it forward first, and then I'm going to show you how it goes backward. And I think you'll be very interested. But you'll notice that she listens. I don't know who this is. I know it's somebody I'm supposed to know who is, but I don't. Bubbly Waters, I am sure for a fact, could tell us. If you wanted to get a degree in Bubbly Waters, you are welcome to at the St. Pete Junior College here in Clearwater, Florida. Anyway, Jen, are you watching the show? Give it to me later. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, is that her? That's Jessica? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be mean. I know you celebrities get crushed easily. Who killed Kane? But okay, I noticed that when he talks, her reactions are very telling. In just this little clip alone. But you're going to hear some very interesting things. Because, okay, so let me preface this in case you weren't here. When I'm in the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair. I'm afraid I'll open the curtain inside. I can't find someone standing there. Shaggy, you messed me up. All right. What was I even talking about? Damn. You'll see interesting things. Blah blah blah. And so I'll just play it. There's really nothing else I can do. I hope you can hear it. I don't even know, and I'm not even gonna look. Maybe I just watched Psycho too much. I love him. That's a great song. Michael Jackson sings in that song. Okay, here we go. This is the moment. Thank you, Jen, for that, by the way. Hopefully I didn't piss her off. Heather, this will be a moment that will change your lives. And watch your reactions in the beginning. Anyway, here we go. So backward masking is like when you play Stairway to Heaven backwards and you hear satanic messages for Hotel California, you play the record backwards. And the CIA released a study or something, or one of the declassified files that said people tend to tell the truth backwards when they're speaking. So I chose a part where he wasn't reading. from a script that he was answering questions. So it's kind of off the cuff. So I would assume that if this was possible, the CIA study that says people tell the truth in their own speech unconsciously, subconsciously, backwards. So that's where all this is coming from. And we're going to watch it all together. Let's hold hands. And kumbaya. Ready?
We're going to continue to be here. We're going to continue to give you the information we can. We care about this community. I care about this community. I've worked here for 27 years. I want this community to be the safest community.
Your snake, you said this long 5 years, man. Snitch was better than what my
All right.
Whoa, where am I?
Go ahead. Where do you want to go? Just straight to it.
Lon, is that you? Where the hell are we?
Pierce, and this is Blake. And that's Pierce, and this is Blake. We're on Blake right now. Right up there is the presidents. We're gonna sweep back around, but right there, this is like Greek row up in this B, but.
In Idaho?
This is Taylor. We are approaching Taylor.
What? How did I get here? What is going on? This is crazy. Is that you, Lana? What in the world? This is...
Linda Lane up in this motherfucker! Linda Lane, where you at?
I don't
Linda
know.
Lane, baby, right there.
I can't be on Linda Lane. I was just in Florida. Get me out of here.
Thought we were boys.
Twiz, you're here too?
Banfield. Look at this open area. You guys, it is... Trust me, it looks like it's this huge area. It is not huge at all. This is tiny. This back right here, the back of Sigma Chi. Okay, inside the.
I was just.
That's why I showed it before I left. Inside that little, corridor is where that green space is.
That's interesting.
This is literally just steps.
I was just
literally
doing
steps you take. I will get out and walk it.
I was just. I gotta get out of here.
Walk straight up here. Okay. Where this is literally, this looks like it's such a long path. It is so friggin' short. It is so, it seems long. The depth perception of this, no.
Depth perception. So I'm in Moscow and Lana.
Yeah, you guys know all the.
Is my Uber driver?
That's the steepest thing to go up right there. So tight. So tight. It is so friggin' tight, guys.
But I was just doing my show.
And then right here at this crazy incline.
Like it's right here on this pole.
This just drop us off here.
You can see the mount.
It is so tight. It is so tiny.
Okay, just let me out.
Up to some questions that I'm.
Okay, what are we gonna do, Twiz? She said she'll be back in an hour.
Fuck if I know.
Holy smackers! The house just reappeared. All right, let's walk up there. The cops. What? That's the. All right, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. I'm gonna. What?
So that's what we're gonna do for right now.
Where am I?
How is everybody doing today?
Oh my! Oh.
But I'm looking.
Oh. Where?
What?
What is this place? Why are there so many? What is that smell? Oh, it's awful. Another hallway?
What is this?
I can't believe this. Am I... Heather? What are you doing in here? Heather, I was just doing my show. What is this place? Where's this going? Are we in the 1122 house? We gotta get out of here. Oh my. What in the world?
Hello?
Heather, can you hear me? Heather, we've gotta go. That's the kitchen. That's the kitchen. Oh my God. Heather. Hello? What's up here? Keep walking. Is there a light? I can't believe that this is happening right now. What is that smell? Oh my, it's so dark. I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there.
What the hell?
Heather, we gotta get out of here. Flip the switch. Flip the... Oh my.
What is this?
Oh my God, Heather. That's some Mason shit. That's some Mason shit right there. Heather, we gotta get out of here. Let's keep going. Okay, don't. Hello? What are we gonna do? Let's see where this goes. Oh.
Too damn bad.
Is that Willie? Willie, can you hear us? Get us out of here. Heather, did you hear Willie?
Help! I need help! Hello?
He can't hear us. That's their couch. This must be the second floor.
It's just a couch.
No, it's their couch. This room
What is this place even for?
I don't know. Heather, seriously, where's Pitbullopotamus? We need Pitbullopotamus right now. Alright, let's go over here. Maybe we can get out. We gotta find some stairs or something.
Hello? Oh.
Do not fall in there. What's that door? Wow, look at that.
Okay. That's,
Yeah.
a hole in the floor.
Definitely a hole. We do not want to... See if this is open.
Hello? Is there anybody in there?
There's nobody there. Look through the keyhole. What can you see?
Can't see.
Can you see anything? What's that music? Oh my... Do you hear that? Willie! Twiz! Get us out of here! Heather's in here! Heather Fitzgerald, how did you wind up in here?
Okay,
Is there any...
There's gotta be a staircase, right?
Yeah.
Elevator or something?
Just to walk up and get out, right?
How do people get in here?
I have no idea. I don't know why we were... Oh my gosh. This is... What is this room? No, it's really, really smelly in here. Did you hear that? I don't...
Okay.
Let's just keep walking.
Who the fuck built this place?
I have no idea. This must be what Drip Drop was talking about. Left, right?
There's a little ramp.
Just go up.
Whatever.
I wonder what's at the top of this one. Another empty room. Oh, what's that smell? I just need to get back to the show. Everybody's waiting.
Hello? Is there anybody here?
Willie! Lana! Get us out of here! Whoa. Okay, that's weird. Are they trying to... Is there something following? Do you feel like somebody's watching us?
Okay,
What are we gonna do? Climb up? What are those?
This makes no sense.
Yeah, right. This whole thing makes no sense. I was in Idaho, I was in Florida, I was with Lana. What am I doing now? Okay, there's got to be a way out of here. Let's go through here. Oh, gosh, Heather, I'm so sorry. How did you get here?
So that way.
Oh, this is dark. Do you have like a flashlight or something? Or phone? I left my phone in Lana's car. Oh my god.
None of this makes sense.
No, it doesn't. We need hippopotamus now.
Hello?
Twiz! What
is that?
What is that? What is that? What's that? Oh my gosh. Look at this giant stain. What is that stain?
Oh.
Yeah. It's a car. It's the it's the Elantra. It's the Elantra. Oh my god, I swear it's the Elantra. Heather, that's the Eugene Elantra.
But there's nothing there. That's wild.
I made it back. I'm on a. I think I'm on a temporary pass, so they're probably going to pull me back in. So that was crazy, you guys. Oh my gosh! Do you want to watch the Friday thing again? I'll do part 2 coming up there. I was going to do a jump scare on you, but I figure I'll save that. Maybe on Halloween. So what do you think? You like the Idaho 4 back rooms? So yeah, I promise you with this video that all I did was play it backwards, and he did I slowed it down a little bit so that you could hear, but I'll play it again one more time.
We're going to continue to be here. We're going to continue to give you the information we can. We care about this community. I care about this community. I've worked here for 27 years.
Watch her face.
I want this community to be the safest community.
You're so now you said this long 5 years man snitch was better what my
So crazy, right? That even that last part where it says the devil's name, I did an echo effect on it. It wasn't intentional. So the truth is in the background. Now I can do more of those. True Killer Crime wanted me to do the Linda Lane, and so I didn't have the really clear one. I've heard it pretty well done before the Linda Lane, and I'd love to. I just couldn't find it in time. I literally finished that video probably 5 minutes before I aired. So anyway, that was it. There you go. All right, so we got more. I hope Heather caught it. I was gonna say, there's the couch. We need Pitbull-opotamus to stick his nose in the armrest and start sniffing. But I couldn't. It wasn't. I didn't have the time to do all. Oh, that would be good. That'd be good, Grubcha. Maybe if once I get through all this stuff, Jen, do you want to come up now? This would be a great time if you're done eating to have you before I get into my next what you call it, and I'll play one of your videos to welcome you in to. And let's hear it one more time for Jen with 6,000 hits. Unbelievable! Look at that. And the funny thing is, I missed this video. I haven't seen it yet, and the ones that I did a community post on only got like 100 views. So maybe I'm a curse, Jen. It's not fun. Okay, so yeah, I'm charged. I've had my phone on the charger, so if you were texting me and stuff, Okay, Victorini, thank you for coming in. You're gonna have to do phone again, Jen, if you can hear me. But yeah, you won't need your earbuds, just unless you want them for your phone. But that worked fine last time, I thought. So since you're coming, I will pull up a picture of you. Pictures of you. All right, here's a picture of Jen. That'll be the picture of Jen today. Alrighty, and so she's from up north. She can take it. You guys don't pick on me. All right, so let's make a new window. What do we got? This guy there, and thank you everybody for being in here today. I hope you're enjoying the show. If you're just watching for the first time, if you're another creator, feel free to take the awesome information that we've provided today. Hopefully Jen's got something. Kane's not smart. Let's see here. Alright, me, more me. How many me's do you guys want today? I will deliver. The other me's are just screaming to get out. Like that smelly, dank Idaho 4 back room. Let's get Jen back up on top. Alright. So let's see what let's play the award-winning video that I have not seen yet, and I apologize, I've been busy.
Dad Steve said this about his beloved daughter. There's evidence to show that she awakened and tried to get out of that situation, but she was assaulted and stabbed. End quote. Wanting clarity about the part where he said Kaylee was assaulted, I contacted Mr. Gonsalves. I wanted to make sure that his use of the term assaulted was clarified, so I asked him if he meant to imply that Kaylee was SA'd. Here is his response verbatim to my query. I want to emphasize that there was no sexual aspect involved, but she endured an assault. I can't provide all the details due to the need to gauge people's honesty accurately. I shared with others that the impact on Kay and Maddie differed significantly. We disclosed the assault because almost a year has elapsed, yet very few have clarified what transpired in that room. It functions as our means of confirming the truth, and only 2 individuals in the past 10 months provided substantial. Dad Steve said this about his beloved daughter. To gauge people's honesty accurately. I shared with others that the impact on Kay and Maddie differed significantly.
Shaggy distracted me with his funny humorness. I'm going to start over. I was trying to back it. I don't know how I was playing it when it wasn't. I'll just shut up.
Kaylee's dad Steve said this about his beloved daughter. There's evidence to show that she awakened and tried to get out of that situation, but she was assaulted and stabbed. End quote. Wanting clarity about the part where he said Kaylee was assaulted, I contacted Mr. Gonsalves. I wanted to make sure that his use of the term assaulted was clarified, so I asked him if he meant to imply that Kaylee was SA'd. Here is his response verbatim to my query. I want to emphasize that there was no sexual aspect involved, but she endured an assault. I can't provide all the details due to the need to gauge people's honesty accurately. I shared with others that the impact on Kay and Maddie differed significantly. We disclosed the assault because almost a year has elapsed, yet very few have clarified what transpired in that room. It functions as our means of confirming the truth, and only 2 individuals in the past 10 months provided substantial details affirming their awareness of our shared knowledge. Feel free to share what I've conveyed here with you. I understand the challenge of being vague in TV interviews. One mistake could end my ability to speak publicly. I've been cautioned about this repeatedly, especially during live interviews. 48 hours is one of the few exceptions. Take care, T, and thank you for dispelling falsehoods and guiding people back to the truth. End quote. So there you have it. Kaylee was not SA'd Let's make sure that
Yeah. Hey. Jen, you're killing me with these things. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's bring Jen. I'm going to go grab my phone. I got to get up now. I got to stretch. Everybody stretches the seventh inning stretch. How many great movies has Michael Keaton given us? My goodness. White Noise, Multiplicity, Batman, League of Their Own. Just kidding. Okay, hold on. Let me get this. Alright, it's Jen's turn to run this show now. You guys, I'm going to retire now. I'm just going to go to bed. Me and Rochelle are going to tuck it in. Alright, I'm calling Jen. Calling her now. Calling you now, Jen. Here we go. See what let me see if I got text. I got text too. Look at that. It's from Jen. Okay. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Let me make room for Jen. Make room for Daddy. Cool. All right. I'm going to put the headphones on so I know what's going on here. Excuse me. Whoa. Too many risas pieces. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to. That'll be the end of that chat replay. Sorry. Thank you, Jen, for putting AC/DC and. All right, calling you now. Calling Jen. Onto the speaker we go. Here we go. Hey, how you doing? Hi. Can you hear me? Jen? Okay, oh, I turned the speaker off.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, Scott Metalhead's up in here. What? We got Kylan. We got all kinds of new people. Thank you if you're watching. Feel free to just continue to watch and enjoy or join in the chat. Meanie's the only one who bites, and she doesn't really leave a mark. So I keep turning the speaker off. Okay. All right. Speak at will, and I'll do whatever you say. Are you talking? Okay.
I have to mute on the laptop, so let me put my headphones on that instead of the phone, so I could hear you at the same time.
Words.
Oh wait, what am I saying? I could hear you on the speaker. Just kidding. I'm slow sometimes.
You've been working hard, man. Congratulations, dude.
I know. I've been. I don't post anything for months, and then I actually posted some stuff.
See what happens?
I hate doing videos, though.
Well, yeah. I wish you would use your own voice in a lot of them too.
But I usually do them at like 3 in the morning when everyone else is sleeping, so I'm not trying to wake people up.
Can I tell them what you promised me, or is that a secret?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Jen's got a big special surprise for you nerds coming up here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, what do you got today, Madelle?
Well, I posted 2 other ones after this one. Did you see them? They're just little short ones.
You want to play that? I'll play that now.
Kind of good. It's from like the very beginning, and a friend of Kaylee says that they were at a party.
Which one is that? Is that the Idaho 4 rewind?
The most recent one I put like a couple hours ago.
Okay. I'll play that. Is there music at the end of it?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Just so I know, because I already got 2 strikes.
But I usually check for copyright when these little stupid clips that I do.
Well, let's hope. I've had like 4 videos in a row where I didn't have to sit there all day and remove music out of my videos. So I'm hoping I'm batting 1,000 today. All right, I'll play your video.
Okay.
I'll play your stinking video.
Thank you.
Suspected killer following the horrifying homicides of 4 University of Idaho students at an off-campus apartment.
It's just not something that like you can comprehend in that moment.
Authorities now saying an edged weapon, such as a knife, was used in the homicide over the weekend. They believe it was an isolated and targeted incident. The deadly attack happening in the apartment shared by the 3 women, Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, and Shauna Kernodle, who was also with her longtime boyfriend, Ethan Chapin. One of their friends telling Good Morning America she was with them just hours before.
It was just a party setting, so everyone was just socializing with each other. And with Kaylee, she seems like her usual bubbly self, so nothing suspicious.
The popular foursome heavily involved in Greek life on campus. Flags outside their sororities and fraternities at half staff. The restaurant where both Shanna and Madison worked, closing its doors. Overnight, Kaylee's family releasing a statement on behalf of their daughter and Madison, a close family friend, saying, "To whomever is responsible, we will find you. We will never stop. The pain you caused has fueled our hatred and sealed your fate. Justice will be served." Chapin's mother also telling ABC News the victims were found by a friend, adding, "We know they were killed with a knife. We know there was somebody that had to have been in that home." But this morning, like many others, she is desperate for more details to be released.
You have the first homicides in this city in 8 years. And do you think police have no leads at this point?
I don't know if they have leads per se or any individuals of interest, but I think there's probably some arrows pointing them in certain directions.
So then how can they tell the community that it's safe?
I think from the evidence that exists on site, the conclusion was fairly straightforward that this was targeted, isolated, doesn't pertain to any other location or any other individuals in the city.
Moscow police saying they do not believe there is an imminent threat to the community, but some people don't feel safe.
We don't have a full story. We're being told, don't worry, there's not a threat, but we're not being told why we shouldn't worry. That adds to the heaviness of loss.
Hear it from the horse's mouth, and mine.
Start talking.
Words, say words now.
What I'm saying is, the mayor, I don't think the mayor just, pulled that statement out of his butthole. You know what I'm saying? He was told that by somebody, let's be real.
What was the statement again?
He said that basically saying that there was, pretty much definitive evidence at the scene that told them that it wouldn't be, no one else would be in danger. That it was targeted to that specific place. And you also have those statements being made by Aaron Snell as well. So I just feel like that combined with the fact that they lifted the vandal alert so quickly, I don't even think it was an hour, Scott Green wouldn't have risked the potential danger to the students, and all the bad publicity that would come along with it. I don't think he would have risked that if he wasn't reassured, definitively. And I don't think as much shit as, we talk about them, I don't think that they would lift the alert if people really were in danger. So I'm just wondering. I feel like all the truth is in the beginning, honestly.
I feel strongly that he's another reason that another person they wanted to shut up with the gag order.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was running his mouth, and it's like Elle says, tell it to Elle. Somebody please put a link in the chat for Miss Tell It to Elle, please. And hi, Mrs. Johnny Knapp and Leslie and Billy. I am so happy to see you here. Welcome in. Say hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen. Hi,
and so it's like Elle says. I believe strongly. I hope some of you agree that whatever they walked into, they instantly knew. And I have restless foot syndrome. I do need another cup of coffee for the second half, but I'll let Jen get in one of her things, and that's one of Elle's big things, and she compared it a lot to the Manson case. If you remember that, Jen.
Yeah, a little bit. I really didn't follow true crime before this. Kind of a little bit the Debbie Collier case, but besides that, no.
Thank you, Teresa R. That's a very nice compliment. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. I only knew strongly a lot about the Manson thing because when I was a senior, my friend Iden was this super smart kid that read all the time, and he had the book about the Manson, and it showed the pictures of the LaBianca and Tate unaliving houses, and it's very shocking. That's the first time I ever saw a scene like that, and they had written pigs on the wall, trying to start a race war, more or less, was his plan.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it was so much that as whatever they saw, something. And for them to come out and say, oh, everything is safe, it works both ways. It could be they saw something that they knew was directly targeted, at them or the church or the frat or something that told them right then and there who it was from. And
yeah, exactly.
So
like the mayor wouldn't just like make that up, you know what I'm saying? He had to be told something. So
right. Yeah, we were going right along with him.
And he's not the only one that said something like this,
And
you know?
we thought all along that we could count on Fry to keep us posted, like he kept saying, and we're the only source of truth, and all,
he said
you know,
the totality of everything. Like,
I
what's
mean,
the totality? You guys literally went back on everything you said. Like, literally.
And he continues to do it with his run for sheriff.
Well, my main issue, it's not so much like, I understand, I'm not stupid, I understand, you know, they have to keep certain things to themselves, that's fine, but that's not what they were doing. They were putting out contradictory statements. That's my issue. So how can you tell us to come to you for vetted information and we can't? I mean, and my other main concern is, you know, them not knowing where Ethan and Xana were for not even hours, what am I saying, for 5 hours, but
Yeah.
they didn't know for weeks. I think going into like beginning of December, they were still saying that there was a gap, if I'm correct, if I'm remembering correctly. But I mean, to me, like, why didn't all these, you know, fraternity brothers that allegedly, you know, were cooperating and telling, you know, everything they knew, why wouldn't they have mentioned whether or not they were there? You know what I'm saying? It's just, that doesn't sit right with me. It's very weird.
Rochelle retorted they targeted the house, not the victims in the Manson case. Actually, they were looking for one of the Beach Boys. What's his name? Wilson. I want to say Danny, but
I don't know. I'm just
he's the talented one, and he had rejected one of Manson's demo tapes. And Manson was a musician, and he was trying to get famous, and he was really mad about it. And I think they had attended a party at the Wilson when Wilson was renting the house. Brian Wilson, thank you, Meanie. Brian Wilson's amazingly talented. You know that most of the music for the Beach Boys was done by what's called the Tower of Power. It's not even them playing the music. Like Dennis would write, or Brian would write it, Brian Wilson, and then they would go in, and it was Tommy Tedesco, and I forgot the lady's name that played bass, but the Tower of Power pretty much did the music for every single song that you know from the 60s and 70s. And they even did a lot of the vocals. Which
is the Tower of Power a person or like a thing?
It was a group. It was a group of musicians.
It's a group. Okay.
They were just the in-house musicians. They had the same thing at the Swampers, that where Leonard Skinner was talking about in Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
And they were a group of talented musicians. They were so talented that after Leonard Skinner talked about it, the Rolling Stones went in there. I talked about it last time. Anyway. Aretha Franklin, Paul Simon, everybody went down there to record. And they were all these big New York and Hollywood stars in this tiny Alabama town, sticking out like sore thumbs, and the native Alabamians and the Virginians just totally shunned them. So, so what do you got for us tonight? Did you bring some loaf to the table, so to speak? Well, you sent me some. You sent me some stuff.
The old newspaper clippings, like there's so many. It's a lot. It's a lot. But
it's a lot.
I did find some more oddities there, but I haven't put it all together yet. You know.
I like the Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
Girl, you know it's true.
Oh, so I posted an article. Oh, actually, I sent you two things. You can post those. Just like two little. Like, there was one interesting article about someone stabbing people because he thought they were werewolves, and then there's another one. But another article I sent you, some writer, she had went to Moscow and she was interviewing locals, and there was a local that told her basically to read the PCA backwards, it would make more sense. So I thought of you.
Yeah, I think I've heard that before. That's funny that you bring that up tonight.
Yeah.
Wow. No kidding.
But yeah,
Wow.
I sent you two things if you want to pull them up.
If you don't mind sending them to my email, because you're on my phone right now.
I emailed them.
You did? Okay, cool. All right. Let me get... I'm going to have to hide everything or else Trish will get upset. Here, hold on. Let me go up here. And don't worry, it's not Attack of the...
Did you ever see the Kill the Clones video?
I never saw it. Did you? I don't know anybody that's seen it.
No, I never did.
No, nobody's seen it.
No one has it.
I know what the plot of it was.
Yeah. I have some screenshots of it that someone posted. Do you want me to find them?
That would be great. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
All right, hold on.
Sure. Yeah, that was
All right,
in...
one second. I'm listening.
All right, bring me some pizza while we're gone.
Some what pizza? Hold on.
What do you call it? If you're not familiar with the Unalive the Clones video or whatever, Kill the Clones, they I don't know, I guess it was a little bit before, and the plot of the movie, it was just like some independent film some guy made, was
It was weird. It was tied to that Moscow Slayer profile on Instagram, which was weird.
This is a weird article right here. This is crazy. Yeah. I love how Trish's like, it's the shit you're showing of everybody else, not your stuff. We don't care about you. Fine, Trish.
I know. I thought you were bringing some stuff today, so I wasn't.
I made a whole video till the last 5 minutes of the day here. I've been working hard. I couldn't get Twiz on the phone at first, and he finally texted me back, but I was worried about him. Thought he was in the oven at Walmart. Did you see that article about the woman that was, I guess, Jules of All Trade or Jules of True Crime Reactions did a... Are you going to read this article, please? My voice is already...
hold on, I'm sending you the Kill the Clone stuff.
Aroo! Yep. What do you call it? So they found some employees... I guess they have a walk-in oven at this Walmart, and they found one of their employees no longer with us inside of that.
Inside where? A cooler?
Inside of an oven. Like a walk-in oven, I guess. I didn't really read the article. I didn't see Jules' video yet. Because I was so busy working. So, okay, I got the moon up. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, alright, hold on. Alright, which one did you pull up?
This is the one. You are the one. He claims he killed 5 because he thought they were werewolves.
Alright, let me pull it up. Hold on.
You better have a silver bullet.
I just thought this article was interesting. It's not like,
Okay, the only way I would believe it is if he actually had silver bullets in that gun. So.
Wait, what? Say it again?
If the guy who did the killing had silver bullets in his gun, I might believe him.
Did they make like actual silver bullets?
I think you can make them yourself. You just have to. They have like little casings that molds or whatever. That's what Nothing Half-Assed. That's how she made. And then you just stuff them with gunpowder. I guess you could. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you could buy them. They have all kinds of crazy prepper stuff, right?
Okay, you know that you can play this article, like it'll read it to you. I'll do it if you want.
Well, no more AI. No AI. I got a whole thing on it tonight.
Okay, so
all right.
A 2014 eclipse of a blood moon, which there was one on November 8th, I believe, in 2022. Like this one from 2015 was a signal for Matthew DeGrood to kill 5 people who he says he thought were werewolves at a party in Calgary, Canada. It was the last day of classes at the University of Calgary, celebrated for half a century as Bermuda Shorts Day and the beginning of new lives for graduates. There would be not merely a blood moon, but a total eclipse of the moon that night. For some 20 young people in Canada on April 14th, 2014, it was a reason to party. But for Matthew DeGrood, it was a reason to kill. And kill he did early on the morning of April 15th when he brutally stabbed to death 5 unsuspecting students in the leafy neighborhood of Brentwood. Oh, wait. Hold on. You gotta put... So I'm saying I reached my free article limit. I can't get past that sentence. Hold on. The darn Idaho Statesman. Fudge. Hold on. I'm going to trick them. I'm going to pull it up on a private window. Is it letting you pull the whole thing up?
That's what she said. I think I have more than you've read, yeah.
Hold on. Let me try to pull it up on my own because it's easier.
Giggity.
But like in a private window. Let me see. I don't understand. Hold on.
I'm trying to see. Okay.
Let's see. No, I can't trick it. All right, so I have to read it.
It was the day. It was the last day. See if you can't find it after this. And you can take over after this.
I can't pull it up again. I don't know. All right, so go to where did
I've got it. It was the last day of classes at the University of Calgary, celebrated for a half century as Bermuda Shorts Day. Blah blah blah. And then so he brutally
the second paragraph I left off
stabbed to death 5 unsuspecting students in the leafy neighborhood. So he went into their houses?
Well, let's not ruin it. Keep reading.
Now Canada is riveted by his trial and the details that are emerging about his detachment from reality. In his mind, the full moon meant the end of days and was a call for a hero to slay the werewolves and vampires at the party. A call he answered. He admits he did it. He killed 5 people who had no reason to believe he was anything other than normal. But he says, do we have a picture of this guy, I wonder? But he says he's not criminally responsible and thus not guilty. The legal question is whether he was suffering from a mental disorder at the time of the 5 slayings that rendered him incapable of appreciating the nature of what he did, or what he did was wrong. If the court finds he wasn't criminally responsible, he'll be sent to a psychiatric facility for treatment rather than a prison for potentially 5 life sentences, because they don't have the death penalty in Canada. The trial, which began May 16th, is also a study in psychosis, a detachment from reality, transformed him, from the respectable son of a high-ranking police officer and a promising college grad bound for law school and a career as a prosecutor, too.
So interesting, right?
Oh, my Lord.
Wait, keep going.
In his mind, a character in his own fantasy of conspiracies involving werewolves, vampires, and ancient Masonic cult, oh my gosh, called Illuminati, and for good measure, U.S. President Barack Obama, among others. He began to believe, I wish I could have the moon up thing, he began to believe that he was the son of God, and also the god Anubis, reported court-appointed forensic psychiatrist Lenka Zedkova of Alberta Edmonton Hospital. He told examiners that he had been reading about and believed that there had been many conspiracy involving the Illuminati, werewolves, and vampires, and that there was to be a war. He indicated to us that the music he was listening to also referred to him as a hero, citing the lyrics from one of the musical bands that he had posted on his Facebook account. He reported that, I wonder what band it was. He reported that he had believed he was Darth Vader and that his father was on the side of evil. A cop. He admitted that he began to believe that the evil side included Barack Obama and the Nazis. He believed that the world was to end April 14th because there was a full moon on that night. Then there's the human question for the families of those slain and those among the following the trial. A dread that sends shivers up your spine. You go to a party and your son or daughter goes to a party with people and they think they know, nice kids, college kids, and some of them don't come back alive for inexplicable reasons. Had there been more people to kill, DeGroote told psychiatrists he would have killed them too. So it was at a party. Zachariah Rothwell, 21. Jordan Segura, 22. So these are upperclassmen. Josh Hunter, 23. Caitlin Perez, 23. And Lawrence Hong, 27. They're all gone at the bloody hands of DeGroote, who stabbed each and every one of them without provocation, without warning, with an 8-inch kitchen knife he calmly removed from its wooden block. They had dreams too, as the court heard, when it unusually allowed family members to stand and pay tribute to their lost loved ones. He was passionate and driven, and he was building up to something, said Miles Hong, the brother of Lawrence Hong. I never thought there would be a tomorrow without my brother. Wow. He held a job at the local Safeway and had given his employers no reason to suspect anything. There was anything dreadfully wrong when he headed over to Segura's rented house for the party. Though witnesses at Safeway said he was not looking well, according to Zedkova's psychiatrist. Before leaving, according to the statement of facts, he bought a box cutter to take with him. It later was revealed that he had purchased garlic to prevent himself because the vampires and werewolves were on the side of evil. The sequence of events after he left the Safeway is drawn from the court statements of two psychiatrists, including Zedkova, and a statement of facts that was read aloud. Once at the party, witnesses would later tell police DeGrood did indeed turn weird. He spoke of vampires and getting ready for the big apocalypse. And he texted odd, frightening messages that made little sense. To his parents, I'm okay, Mom, I promise. You can't come here or you will die. I promise, I'm coming home ASAP. To the Safeway manager, trust that I never hurt anyone. All will be known, and the number 5 will no further explanation. Are you okay? His father responded. I am very concerned. Illuminati, his son responded. Mary doesn't have to die this time. Operation Mind Crime to American Soldier. Illuminati? Why the reference to ancient illuminated Seers of Bavaria, a Masonic offshoot which, like the Masons, had a cherished place in the sometimes deranged literary of conspiracy and paranoia. You're sounding like you are losing your mental faculties, his father said. Hey, where are you? Don't do anything rash. We love you. To that, there was no reply. Okay, I want to interrupt this because I have a question, Jen.
Yeah.
I think I was watching one of your videos at Criminal Confidential, and there's nothing I've asked. I was just about to play your videos. And I wish I'd clicked on it now. But there was a video that said from like Court TV, stay tuned next for. Actually, there wasn't a video. They just let out with that. Stay tuned next for an interview with the priest that Brian Koberger has been with.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll find it. Hold on.
Okay, I figured you would have that. I knew you would have that.
Yeah.
I have not heard that. Is it interesting?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I heard it, but I really didn't.
Okay, yeah. See if you can find that. Around 12:30 a.m. on April 15th, as the CBC reported, some of the party guests were gathered around a fire when Riley Lindenar saw DeGrood place his cell phone on an axe blade and drop it in the fire. Lindenar got the phone out of the fire, but DeGrood grabbed it, smashed it with the axe, and threw it away with no explanation. Brendan McCabe said DeGrood complained that his parents thought he was going insane and wanted him to get help on medication. And he also said that the end of the world was coming at midnight and spoke of purification and jihad. Around 1 a.m., McCabe left the house with 3 others to go get food at McDonald's. DeGrood engaged in conversation with Zachariah Rothwell and began to believe he was a werewolf as they discussed the end of the world. He indicated that he felt Zachariah was arguing with him, but he felt immediately threatened when he said, "Maybe you'll die before me," to Mr. DeGrood. Zedkova said it was at this point that he went to the kitchen to grab the knife before Zachariah could attack him. He believed that this was the only way to kill a werewolf. He then went after others, telling Zedkova that the 4 other victims were attacked because he felt they were part of the conspiracy, the report said, because earlier in the evening they had snubbed him. And besides, he had heard a male voice who he thought was the devil telling him to kill people before they get you, oh my gosh, so he's chasing people around. How horrifying is this? This is insane.
I put the link in chat. Yeah, this is crazy, right?
Unbelievable. The crowd at the party had dwindled from 20 or 15 to a handful. In all, DeGrude stabbed and killed 5 partygoers, including Segura, a total of 22 times. It was the worst mass killing in Calgary's history, drawing worldwide attention in part because these things don't happen here.
Crazy, but it did happen.
I just want to say that when I stabbed them, I tried to do it mercifully. DeGrude was quoted as saying in a statement,
How kind of him.
I aimed for their heart. They put up a struggle, which made it hard, but so you know, it wasn't sadistic or anything.
Oh, he's so kind.
What I did may seem atrocious, but I was killing Medusa's werewolves. When the others returned to the house from McDonald's about 20 minutes later, they heard screaming, according to the statement as reported by the CBC. Hunter came running out of the house with DeGrude chasing after him. Hunter told DeGrude he had a knife before collapsing on the front lawn, where his friends began trying to save his life. DeGrude's hands and his knife were covered in blood. It's the night of the long knives, DeGrude said before taking off on foot running.
But allegedly, Brian was seeing, and she didn't see any blood on him. Like, come on.
It's indicative of very much of the mentality, though, of the millennials. They have so many medications that they were raised on. Even a generation behind us had a lot of the Benadryl. Even before they changed it, they had a lot of Adderall and not Rohypnol. Ritalin. Thank you. And it seems to be that maybe the technology has created a detachment from
yeah, for sure.
Common decency, really, and a lot of things, because when you watch something on your phone, there's no a flesh and blood connection.
Right.
And this goes on to talk about the Masons and stuff like that.
But you see, this kid just snapped, and he was capable of overcoming all these people.
I wonder if he was a really big dude.
I don't know what he looks like. I don't know if
I don't see a picture, because
I had saved this a long time ago, and I just
you would think that when he was trying to take care of one person, that if he was tackleable, somebody would have taken him down and grabbed the knife.
Yeah.
But if he, or just maybe everybody was so freaked out.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine.
This is the most horrific. When was this now? Let me look again.
I think 2014, or 16.
2014, wow. Well, this was updated on the 25th of May, 2016. So that's when, so 2 years into the trial. Wow, man. So it reads it for you. I see there. Okay. Yeah, I can't stand AI. I really can't stand it. You know that. All right. And then did you have you put the thing in the chat.
Yeah.
Let's play that before I do. Somebody please put a link to Nothing Half-Assed. She made a series of videos. She's been working hard. The link you put was for the werewolf thing. Oh wait, maybe that's...
just kidding.
Wait, no, maybe I got it. Never mind. You're good.
Last year's Bobby Kid sold out in 10 days in celebration of Jones Road's...
Okay, alright. Now we go. Ashley Banfield.
It is not unusual that they regularly pray or take part in services
That's
and
it,
even
right?
meet with pastors.
Yep, you got it.
And as it turns out, that is exactly what has happened with Brian Koberger at the Latah County Jail. He leaves his cell at 7 p.m. on Sundays to join a service in the library and has taken up the offer of meeting with pastors who come to that jail to minister the inmates one-on-one as well as in the service. Brian Koberger has been doing that. Imagine it is a pretty boring existence when you're 23 hours of lockup in a segregated cell away from the rest of general population, and your only hour is either in rec, in the yard, or in the library. So if you get a little extra time to go and do some praying, that's not a bad hour spent. So what about the people who do the job? How hard would that be to make that decision? Joining me now is Mike Hall. He is the pastor who runs the group that meets with the alleged killer, Bryan Kohberger, at the Latah County Jail. He's also an executive director for Project Hope Idaho. That's a local Christian organization that teaches the gospel to prisoners. You are a fantastic man. You are a bigger man than I, Mike Hall. I think it would be a hard decision for me to make, to want to go face to face with some of the most alleged dangerous people out there. What made you make the decision to have your group minister to Bryan Kohberger, being that he was among the other inmates at that jail?
Yeah, so, gosh, years ago, probably 18 years ago, Daryl Anglin, a local elder here at one of the churches, decided to start ministering at the jail. There's been a number of folks that have been involved over the years, and there's a group of guys going in. I personally haven't been going in recently, but was involved with that for years. And really, it's just the heart is to bring the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ to the inmates, and the availability of forgiveness and grace that we all need, and being able to communicate that message to whoever happens to be there and is interested in participating in the Bible studies.
Well, I am fully aware of the limitations that you have in discussing, ministering to Bryan Kohberger. That's privileged in any relationship between a pastor and a parishioner. Those are protected conversations even from the law. So I get you can't tell me what the two of you, or at least your ministers and Bryan Kohberger, have spoken about. But I am fascinated about the mechanics of it. Do they end up in Bryan's cell with him, given that he's in a segregated setup? It's not like the other inmates?
From the times that I've gone in there, there's a library where, we meet with folks. And so that's probably where that's happening. Again, like I mentioned, I haven't gone in recently. But, we just go in there, have Bible studies, usually about 20, 30 minutes, and pray together. And really the point is to bring the hope of Jesus Christ to people, and to be able to help them to, discover a new way to live, that is centered around following Jesus Christ. So that's, what's happening in there in terms of what we're doing.
Right. And the library has been described to us by multiple sources from the jail as the place where there is some exercise, because I think there was a pull-up and a chin-up bar there. I think it's been taken out actually recently. But also a place, for not only reading books, but also taking books back to the cell. So in your experience, there's been no personal one-on-one ministering of Bryan Kohberger in his cell. It's always been in the library without other inmates present?
That's usually the case. When I've gone in, usually we have multiple groups. There might be an individual or a group of guys that we meet with. And so, it's interesting. There's hope and future in a relationship with Jesus. I know that one guy that I used to meet with years ago, he is now, God has changed his life, and he's actually involved in ministering to other inmates now as well. So there's great things going on. In fact, I have a gentleman here with me right now, is on the board of Project Hope, Dave Kirkland. He actually is another fellow that was in the Latah County Jail, about 18 years ago. He was wanted by the federal authorities he was dealing drugs, and God changed his life. And
Okay, that's enough of that. You can. I was saying to Jen on the commercial there, you can see the disappointment on Ashley Banfield's face when he just talked about Jesus and didn't give her any juicy details about Koberger. I mean, literally, like, oh God, this guy.
Yeah, you can see it on her face for sure.
We know for a fact that the news will cut you off. Like when sports stars say "I thank Jesus" or whatever, they'll cut to another interview or something and interrupt it. So that must be a double-edged sword for her. Now, Meanie was saying, and also hello, typically unique. Thank you for stopping in. I know it's late. This is still early for the purge, so I'm glad to see you. I hope you get. I got plenty of rest last night, and tomorrow also. Where I wanted to ask you if I may where you're headed or whatever tomorrow. I'm glad we're keeping you company, but I'll pin it up because Meanie brought up a whole new bag of worms. Did you see it in the chat, Jen?
About the psychoactive.
The pharmaceuticals that'll keep us under control or whatever, and they were debating whether to make us take it or to put it in the water supply.
That's why I didn't get the damn vaccine. No, thank you. Y'all gonna turn into zombies in a couple of years. Watch.
I wouldn't be. I am already a zombie. I'm a werewolf and a vampire. Tony's still good though. He didn't get the shot. Morality pills. Wow. Yeah. If you ever took Brit Lit, you know the book Brave New World was a big part of it. We did Canterbury Tales. We did Brave New World, and Aldous Huxley was actually friends with Orwell, who wrote Animal Farm in 1984, I believe. And they were very similar along the lines of a dystopian future. But I just thought it was she's got him on. Can you imagine Nancy Grace's face? Like, he's guilty. Tell me he's guilty. He said he's guilty. Okay. All right. On we go. And if you guys want to drop, if you have a link you want to share with us, feel free to drop it in there.
I sent you.
Unusual that they
two
find
things
God.
Also. I don't remember what I sent you, to be honest.
Well, you have to think again. Here we go. The first thing out her mouth.
Not unusual that they find God.
Is derogatory because they are the media partners. And I just found it. The only reason I noticed it is because I was going through and trying to find the backwards stuff. We got a Doors fan up in here, Sandra. Yeah, they weren't actually called The Doors. They were Doors. They were just Doors. And they eventually, obviously, you had to give up on that because you got the talk show host, welcome the Doors, huh? And it was the Doors to Perception, which was an acid reference. I told the story before, but I don't know if there was this many people in the chat, that Jim Morrison went to Clearwater High School for a while, and my friend's dad, my friend Jay Palmer's dad, was friends with him, and he would come over on the weekend, and Jay Palmer's dad's mom would make Jim Morrison take all his clothes off and jump in the shower whenever he came over because he stunk so bad. He's just a smelly hippie. Anyway, then he moved to California. He was a Navy brat, I guess you'd call it, so he moved around a lot. Sidebar, but thank you, Sandra, for bringing that up. I appreciate it. Did you say you had another link there, my friend?
I thought I sent you two things. I don't remember what else I sent you.
Well, you sent me the werewolf, and you sent me the Ashley werewolf.
No, I emailed you something else. It was
Okay, let me go into my secret stash here and pull out my email. I was about to do it, and then Shaggy, with his OCD-ness. All right, let's see what we got here. We will do a whole show on Shaggy and all that. And then I got one from Rochelle here. Okay. And let's see here. Oh, I saw a lot on this lately. actually, Jen. Exposing Satanism and witchcraft. And there was a thing, and I wanted to bring it up, but it was one of those things where there's tons of commercials where they had like pictures of actual witches, and they were like the ones that live in a tree and have the hat and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was probably BS. Would you mind reading this, Jen?
Sure. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
And there's a quote at the top. It says, Galatians 4:16, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell the truth? Stop, drop, and roll.
The LDS or the one exposing Satanism and witchcraft?
Exposing Satanism, yes. I got my Bible verse.
I thought I said that Mormon LDS human sacrifice one.
What?
I thought I sent you the LDS, the one about Mormons and sacrifice. Want me to read that one instead?
Whatever you want to do, that's fine. Human sacrifice reports in Mormon LDS Temple, which is that's a topic that we But anyway, the one of the titles says "Stop, Drop, and Roll will not work in hell." Anyway, okay, so this is Jen reading human sacrifice reports in Mormon LDS Temple, and this is a follow up to what we talked about on the LDS Church previously. Go ahead, Jen.
Yep. True excommunicated by the Mormon Church for his controversial research, said he experienced death threats trying to get at the truth behind deep-seated corruption in U.S. government and LDS hierarchy. Satanic influences abound, and corruption must stop in order to avert World War III, claims Ott in his upcoming book, Free at Last. True Ott, a former Mormon, excommunicated from the LDS Church, woke up one morning in his Cedar City, Utah home to find a large red cross or X painted on his doorstep. And this evil sign, according to Ott, is the LDS's symbolic equivalent to the KKK's cross-burning tactics used against Southern blacks. Although waking up to a blood-red cross is terrifying, it was only the beginning of the church-led terror campaign that he experienced once, quote, crossing LDS leaders, end quote, as his life was subsequently threatened on several other occasions for getting too close to LDS top secrets. He said, I am not anti-Mormon or anti-any other religion, but just feel that corruption goes so deep into the hierarchy, the truth about the connections needs to be exposed before it's too late for America, said Ott, who recently appeared on Greg Szymanski's radio show, The Investigative Journal. And the research in his upcoming book, Free at Last, the subject of radio interview, deals with LDS hierarchy links to the Knights of Malta, Freemasons, Jesuits, I don't know how to say that word, the Bush crime family, and other top U.S. government officials, including the former Utah governor and present U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Director Michael O. Levitt.
So he was targeted because he was writing a book about their antics, and then they literally performed them on him.
Right.
Wow.
Besides rampant corruption in the LDS Church and U.S. government, Ott feels the hierarchies of other major religions, including Catholicism and Judaism, unknown to the general church-going public, have been infiltrated by satanic cult influences. These satanic influences, claims Ott, is led by the Jesuits, Freemasons, Illuminati, the Knights of Malta, and others, and it's leading America into a secret fascist state, their government of choice, with the help of these corrupted officials and religious leaders at the core of the illegal Iraqi war and the contrived war on terror. Don't let anybody fool you. Satan exists. I've seen it for my own eyes when I was near death in 1987, and these evil people controlling the masses from high-level positions are part of this satanic quest to destroy America using a policy of war and genocide, said Ott, who has a PhD in nutrition and runs a natural-based mineral company in order to instill good health and nutrition by natural methods. He further said he reawakened from death's doorstep with a new purpose for living, both physically and mentally, including a revitalized search for truth in every aspect of his life. When you realize that most everything you've been taught has been a lie, it changes you forever, said Ott, who began exploring the origins of organized religion, including Brigham Young and the Mormons, to uncover answers to today's enormous problems facing America. Side note, I found articles about Brigham Young coming to UI like way back, like early 19th century, and like speaking to the students. Anyway,
this just by the way, folks, to give Jen a little breathe break. This article is from 2006, 2005, and so this is not some new concocted half-cocked theory here. This is a guy who was writing a book about how they take care of people, and they literally were performing them on him. Okay, go on.
Okay. Starting with an impromptu meeting with the Jesuit priest during Ott's 2-year Mormon mission as a young man, he learned of the corruption deep within the origins of the original writings of the Book of Mormon and how the Jesuit Luciferian influences affected the LDS hierarchy even at its early stages.
Right, we've seen, just sidebar for me, caveat, is that we've seen the satanic symbols on the church itself, the upside down pentagrams, and we've seen the rituals and the hierarchy. Is when she says hierarchy, guys, if you didn't happen to catch that show, it's similar to the Masonic levels, whereas they bring you in with the promise to make you a better person, that they're a good cause, and they want you to work hard to achieve the next level, and then at the next level you're sworn to secrecy, and you find out more about the inner workings, and as you progress more, you find out at the top, we've seen that they have evil intentions, if not evil intentions, evil actions that they can cover up, that they have covered up from every level of government, law enforcement, and regular citizens. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, and also don't forget, Mormonism was founded by a Mason, and the Masonic rituals and Mormon rituals are like very, very deeply intertwined, very, very similar. A lot of influence.
Which we've seen the actual ritual of the Masons at a lower level, where they actually pretend to unalive you, and you will be unalived if you reveal our secrets. So as you gain access to the levels and the knowledge, further go the threats against you and your family. And we have it, and you are very welcome to go back to some of the previous videos. One of them I have on private right now. I feel it's one of our better ones. I will re-release that coming up soon. But go on, Jen. Sorry.
Okay. Where was I?
You're on Ott Tells.
Okay, I got it.
Or no, it's starting with an impromptu meeting.
Okay.
It's Jesuit, by the way. It's Jesuit.
Ott tells a long story
Sorry.
told to him by the Jesuit priest's strict confidence, which he broke in his upcoming book in order to alert humanity of the truth regarding how the Book of Mormon was taken from the writings from a little-known white-skinned Indian tribe discovered by Jesuit missionaries, the tribe's origins eventually leading back to the Middle East. Although the history of the white-skinned tribe is too long for this article, it provides the beginning clues to the Jesuit, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Luciferian and Freemasonry influence still existing today in the LDS Church, as passed on through top leaders, including Brigham Young. It's a story that's never been told, and people need to hear about the little-known Latin document from the white-skinned Indians, which eventually became the basis of the initial Mormon writings set up. Further, making connections between reported Vatican satanic rituals and child sacrificing conducted by the Black Order, controlling the hierarchy of the Catholic Church, Ott said the same child sacrificing rituals take place at the LDS Temple in Salt Lake City. In one of his writings, he claims, "I have interviewed numerous individuals who fearfully tell of witnessing and or participating in dark rituals underneath the LDS Temple in Salt Lake City. At first, I thought these individuals were psychologically imbalanced, for their stories are so bizarre, so very bizarre, that they could not have possibly been true. Imagine the hierarchy sacrificing human infants or even consuming human flesh during candlelit secret ceremonials. Now, however, I am more inclined to believe these individuals." LDS President Wilford Woodruff recorded this following information given to him in a meeting with Brigham Young. Under the pulpit, in the west end of the SLC temple will be a place to offer sacrifices. There will be an altar prepared for that purposes, so that when any sacrifices are to be offered, they should be offered there. Came from his journal, blah, blah, blah. To this truth seeker, this quote was very troublesome for a couple of fairly obvious reasons. The individuals I interviewed claimed to have seen such an altar and claimed it was underneath at the west end of the temple. According to this personal journal entry, such an altar apparently existed at one time and in all likelihood yet still exists today. Further, it is interesting to listen to his research work connecting the historical dots between Luciferian worshipping Masons and the LDS Church. Although highly controversial and in part leading to his excommunication, here's a portion of his writings to be contained in his new book, Free at Last. I declare this to the world. It is true. I cannot deny it, wrote Odd. It all comes back to the truths declared by David Whitmer and the fact that the LDS Church became controlled by Luciferian worshipping Masons. Why aren't we listening? Need more evidence before you cast your vote. The two highest authorities in Masonry following the deaths of Adam I'm not going to try to say that word, Weiss, whatever, and Nathan Rothschild became the Italian godfather of the Sicilian Mafia, Giuseppe Mazzini, and his American counterpart, Confederate General. Is that a first and last name? Confederate General? Convicted Civil War conspirator and founder of the KKK.
That's Robert
Albert Pike.
Oh.
I've heard of Albert Pike. Have you?
Have I heard of Albert Pike? No.
Yeah, I've heard that name. I can't remember what it is.
I think I know which general that is.
I don't know.
I forgot though.
Pike. I have to look it up. The name sounds
familiar. I used to watch Pike, those shows. If you ever watched Ken Burns' Civil War stuff, I know I can tell you a lot of dates and names from the Civil War, but I kind of it slipped my mind now a little bit. I don't think he's
this article's long.
The Confederate general that started the KKK is not Robert E. Lee. It's another one. So anyway, go
on. This article's really long. And I just lost my spot. Hold on. Crap, where did I let it? Hold on. Okay. A careful reading of this can lead the leader to only one conclusion if he has an honest heart, and that is Freemasonry is a very
Albert Pike.
Religion. What?
Albert Pike was the one who started the KKK, the general.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember.
You did read that, though, but I missed it, too.
The parallels to Mormonism are totally stunning. Pike talks about the light bearer, Morningstar, Lucifer, bringing knowledge and power to the entire earth through higher education, religion, and government. Most of the book talks about these ideals, which most people would accept on face value to be fine and upstanding principles. But then he hits us with the clincher when he declares just who the light bearer is, none other than the fallen angel known as Lucifer, the son of the morning. The son of the morning is he who brings first light to the earth. He is their God, and he is that they worship. In other private letters, Pike discusses the need for the Luciferian doctrine to eliminate the false traditions of Christianity throughout the world. In fact, no mention is made of Jesus Christ in Morals and Dogma, except in less than flattering terms. One of the ancient names for Jehovah, or the coming Messiah, is Adonai, which means the chosen, or the only begotten of God. Now, for anyone who hasn't been here before, there is a notary stamp on real estate transaction documents for the houses, the three houses that surround 1122, and the name on the stamp is Lucifer Morningstar.
And furthermore, the reason that we're following along on this, BLTs are amazing because of bacon, and it depends on if you put cheese on it, it's amazing too. But the lettuce, everything that comes together, Shaggy, and grilled cheese rules. But the reason that we're following along on this is because we have found that they're very not only capable but adept at doing anything and getting away with anything or covering up anything that may come along. So it begs the question whether or not, and this is strictly our opinion, and we're just reading facts to you. Jen never comes with anything but facts. 100%. But this is strictly our imagination, which seems to be pointing in 2 or 3 different very specific directions, and we're trying to plot along with you so that you follow along. Go ahead. Sorry, Jen.
Okay. So, okay. On page 321 of Pike's book, Morals and Dogma, we read the following dissertation and declaration of the nature and character of Mason's God, the light bearer, and the fallacy of him being wrongly described by non-Masons as the spirit of darkness. Pike declares, Lucifer the light bearer, strange and mysterious name given to the spirit of darkness. Lucifer the son of the morning. It is he who bears the light with its splendors intolerably binds feeble, sensual, or selfish souls. Doubt it not, for traditions are full of divine revelations and inspiration is not of one age nor of one creed. In other words, Pike is here declaring the danger of listening to personal revelations and inspirations. For in so doing, we are subscribing to false traditions and demoting Lucifer from his exalted rank of light bearer to the spirit of darkness. Oh, how subtle. I'm trying to, this is a long-ass article. Do I need to read it all? Hold on. I'm trying to get to, the main part. I don't need to hear this guy preach to me. Okay, hold on. Can I skip some of it? Do you care?
No, I'll allow it.
Okay. So, okay. The rank and file Masonic membership are taught to live moral, upright, honest, and chaste lives, while the hierarchy practices the dark arts and the black mass and secrecy and obscurity, and thus they're able to deceive the people into a false sense of security and loyalty. In Mormon Masonry, the tie that binds is literally the primal human emotion, love of family, friends, and the tradition of being accepted into a social club that performs numerous acts of charity, with the anchor truth being the miraculous Book of Mormon. Now, to me, in my opinion, that's similar to, the frats, for example. It's such a party atmosphere, realistic, in reality, but they present themselves as, men of, good character and upstanding, which they might be, but they also might not be they might not be.
It very much is, and it comes through generations, as we've shown.
Right, yeah.
And they're very wealthy, and we find a disdain for people without money from the wealthy, and we tend to find that they would rather hurt less fortunate people than help them, and they would rather spend their money on extravagant things than to help the poor.
Right. Now, another thing, side note, Moscow used to be called Paradise. Did you know that?
Yes.
It actually used to be called Hawks Heaven. Then it was called Paradise. That's
right.
Why Paradise Creek. So I just found that, with the whole religious connection, Garden of Eden.
Paradise. Yeah, that's really crazy. They do things differently in Idaho altogether.
Yeah, it's totally different.
And they stick together with their tribes. And
there is a lot of deep-rooted family names that, become each other's family by marriage and stuff, and they're very, very, there's not a lot of populated areas in Idaho, so they become very isolated just by geography, and tend to I think it's not that they're weird. I have family in Lewis. It's not that they're weird. It's just very...
They don't like outsiders, that's for sure.
It's just different,
Yeah. No, they definitely have their own way. Whether it's good or bad for them. I don't live in the mountains, so I don't have to. But anyway, taking people out in this way, no matter how you add it up, doesn't work for me. And it when you have people that let's say they're 100% blue bonnet, telling the truth about everything in this case. We look at what they've done in other cases, such as Timmy Reed and Lana's awesome work on, not Boone, but the other Reed. We show that they're willing to do anything to have either the narrative go their way, the story go their way, or the outcome go their way, and nothing will stand in their way. And I forgot. They display elements strongly more than anything else in this case, and especially when you have the police chief that is driving the U-Haul truck with the evidence out of the house, then trying to have it cleaned, and then going ahead and allowing it to be knocked down when that's never been done in a case like this before. So yes, it's very strange. Okay, sorry.
Also, I read some article where, or maybe it was an interview, I don't know, where the families are saying that they had either were going to or had gotten some of the belongings from the university, some of the victims' belongings. Like, why does UI have their belongings? I know that they were given the house, but still.
Well, there was a point. Like, let me say this before I forget. Sorry. There was a point in one of those speeches when I was trying to find the backward masking stuff, when President Green said that we are trying to work with the families in one hand, and then in the very next paragraph he said we will decide ourselves what is best for him, and I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
But we'll decide what's best, because the families at that point were against it. Yeah. And neither the prosecution or the defense was against it. But the families were, and here they try to put forward the face of kindness and empathy, where they're going to work with the family, but then they're the ones who are going to decide what the swiping measure is going to be, which was obviously to remove the evidence and to get rid of that house.
Right. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Oh my God. Speaking of Scott's face, I have to send you a clip. I swear he makes his face like an oh shit face when they mention the Elantra. I'm done reading this article. I'm over it. The rest is just like
yeah, no, that's fine. That was plenty. That was plenty. Thank you. I want to play half-assed stuff too. I wanted to play something else first, but I forgot what it was. But I want to do more of the backward masking stuff. But you can see that it's tenuous. It's stressful to try to play that for half an hour. You couldn't listen to it; it'll drive you nuts. So what I'm doing is I'm working through it piece by piece, and I found this one, which obviously was for entertainment purposes only. But I thought it was pretty entertaining. So I will find some other stuff, and I will do the Linda Lane and the, what was the other one I was supposed to do? The
grub truck.
The grub truck. So yeah, well, I would love to. You know what I really wish with the grub truck is that we could get the full frame, full screen camera shots from each individual camera. Can you imagine how much more we'd be able to see instead of the security camera split screen thing?
You know what's messed up though? It's, if you look at any other night from the grub truck, it's going to be crystal clear. Like there's the video is not all pixelated and blurry. Like it's just bullshit. Like it's completely edited. That whole footage is fraudulent.
Yes, well, I guess it was foggy. Maybe, I don't know. Like you see, you actually said that, but let me.
I'll send you. It's a quick little clip. I want you to look at Scott's face and tell me. Did I post this already? I might have. I don't think I did.
I think you did. Let me play Heather's thing so she can finally join the chat.
Oh, now she finally wants to join.
Well, I mean, she wants the entrance like Bubbly Waters.
Listen, I'm on time tonight, and she was late. Come on. All right, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Fair enough.
People talk to the 911 dispatcher on that phone, which drew a lot more questions. Even though they tried to clarify, it became a little bit more confusing as to why those roommates would call friends before calling 911. Well, I actually sat down in an interview with the PIO of the Idaho State Police today, Aaron Snell, and this is what he said about that.
Does it concern you that they called friends before calling 911?
So, I think really we have to take a step back, right? And again, talking about going down a whole rabbit hole and not looking at the criteria, it initially came in as a medical call. So, based on that, the roommates believed apparently that, the roommate, there was some sort of medical emergency. So that's what the initial call came in. When officers arrived, obviously that changed. And so, if we try and pick what we want to look at, then I think we'll miss the other information.
Interesting point. He goes on. I ask him, are you worried about contaminating the scene? He says he has his faith and trust in his crime scene investigators, those that responded to the scene, to make sure that that will not happen.
So let's try to paint the picture here and the timeline of this. It's still not 100% clear, and obviously that might be on purpose by them, but there's other people there when that call for medical assistance is made. Is it clear the circumstances under which the friends showed up? Did they show up knowing there was a problem, or did they show up just because they were showing up? Like maybe the girls downstairs or young women downstairs woke up and called their friend, said, hey, what do you want to do today? Or they just showed up because they show up on Sunday, maybe to go to breakfast, brunch, whatever. Is that part clear yet?
Right. That part's not clear. And the only thing that we know is this, what they said in this press release, that they summoned friends because they believed one of the second floor victims had passed out. What they said in this press release, that they summoned friends because they believed one of the second floor victims had passed out. So it sounds like, based on this, that they called friends to help them with the second floor victim who they thought had passed out, Vinny. But that's all we're getting as of right now.
That's there's a lot to unpack here. All right, Chanley Painter's with us, folks, and we're doing this all night for the next 2 hours, plus our breaking news out of Georgia. Someone wakes up in the morning, you don't expect to find your roommate stabbed to death, or 4 of your roommates stabbed to death, especially since you slept through the night and you didn't hear anything. Is it possible that they wouldn't perceive what was actually in front of them?
I think there is something fishy with those 2 survivors. First of all, they were apparently on the first floor, and the attacker or attackers went up to the second and third floor, and so in other words, they would have had to have passed the rooms where. Well,
not necessarily. Depends where you enter. It's a strange house. There's a sliding door on that second level that we're going to talk about more tonight. But
yes, okay. But the police, people have been describing this as incredibly the worst bloody, or the bloodiest scene that I've ever seen. You know, they've been describing this, the scene of the 4 victims, as being so bloody. So it doesn't really make sense to me that that this person would have thought that the person was just unconscious. And even if they did, why do you call your friends instead of calling for medical help, calling 911 right away?
Jason Jensen, your thoughts about this issue, because this is significant. This is where the investigation actually begins, with this first call and the first people to notice the victims of the case.
Right. Well, I've seen plenty of cases where there was an anterior injury where they then landed on their back, and so they bled into their chest cavity rather than externally. So if the body was lying in that scenario, then it's entirely possible that they didn't see a large volume of blood and assumed that they were laying in the hallway like they passed out. So unless we know the exact situation of the victim, how they were, laid out in the scene, we can just assume there's nothing too nefarious about that. There's some that did not trigger a response to law enforcement about that. Otherwise, they would have investigated the roommates a little bit more thoroughly, or the friends. I think it just happened to be one where these are untrained college students, and they didn't realize what they were looking at when they saw somebody non-responsive to some kind of, attempts to wake them up.
Okay.
Hello. How are you?
Anything you could update? Why'd you block off more of the road, by the way?
Just looking at a little more area, thoroughness. Hello. Look at a little more area thoroughness.
There's a look at some of the investigators at the scene.
Now.
Okay.
Wow, that's a great video by Heather. Apparently she's doing real world stuff today. I don't know what's going on there, but I am completely exhausted. I wanted to do the Photoshop thing for everybody with the video that we just watched. I'm gonna play the Nothing Half-Assed, and I'm gonna play Trish's thing because it's really good actually, and
play the quick clip I just sent you. It's just a quick. I want to see if you see what I see.
Okay.
Jack Green's face looking.
Did you put it in the chat? Is it in the chat?
It's like no, I emailed it. It's like 10 seconds, not even long.
Right. Where is it? Hold on. I can never get to Nothing. I didn't get it yet.
I emailed it. I thought.
Let me double check. Oh, I just got it.
Okay.
Oh, it says cannot preview this file. Problem playing it. I can download it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me download that shit. Yeah, I mean, it's for sure Nothing Half-Assed that this whole thing is just one big. That's what me and Jenn were just talking about. I mean, they expect us to believe fairy tales on this damn case, and they're so used to doing it, they don't even bat an eye.
Yeah, because in no scenario.
Hold on, I'm playing the video.
I can understand. Okay, you don't want to call cops alone. You want to call friends. Okay, but that's only if you know for a fact everybody's dead and like there's no helping. But regardless, if someone's unconscious, you need to call 911 first for help.
Well, the cops.
At the very least, if you're going to call somebody, why don't you just go upstairs to your, second moms and the letters they read at the memorial.
Yeah.
She was saying like, oh, Kaylee and Maddie were like second moms, blah blah blah. So go ask your second moms for help. Don't call outside people unless you know that they can't help you because they're no longer breathing.
I don't understand what they're supposed to do, unless it's to cover something up.
Right.
And
exactly.
I think we've made the point pretty well that there's about 199% chance. Look at Green in this picture. My goodness.
Wait, watch his face like when Fry mentions the Elantra.
Hold on,
He makes like kind of like an oh shit, like kind of like I don't know how to describe it.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what you were saying earlier. But the damn, what was I saying? I forgot. All right, here we go.
It's just obvious that they were covering for the school and for the Greeks.
Oh yeah, no, it's 199% chance that if people in the community in the neighborhood knew that anything was wrong, even if the dog had gotten spanked, they would have alerted the police, and they would have more than likely contacted the on-campus police department guys, and they would have been there within that 4 hours, if not right away. And that's when whatever was seen or whatever was devised, in my opinion, allegedly. All right, so it is disgusting. But it's not just. Listen, guys, the problem we face here is not just in Idaho. I wish it was, but this is just a small skirmish in the bigger battle. Agreed? You know?
Agreed.
We all want to solve this case and move on. Every single one of us. And we can't. Because they got us circling around. Remember those mazes that you had before Nintendo? And it was like a BB in a plastic container. And it had a maze and you had to get the ball to the center.
Oh, the little metal bead, like the little metal ball?
Because every time we turn, the ball goes a different direction. And that's exactly what this is.
Yeah, you think you got one thing figured out, like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense, but then one thing won't make sense.
It's like being stuck.
But there's a million things that do make sense. Like, I've never seen a case where so many scenarios are really, honestly plausible, except for like one little detail. But,
except for the story they're telling us.
That makes sense. It's so weird.
Yeah, no, everything makes sense except the story they're telling us. I stopped trying to explain that a year and a half ago. All right, here we go. You were there. Anyway. Ready?
Ready.
Of evidence, but we are still looking for the weapon. And I will say that we have found an Elantra.
Though Moscow Police Chief James Fry wouldn't comment on Koberger's connection to the Hyundai Elantra, the 4 victims.
I will say that we have found an Elantra.
Though Moscow Police Chief James Fry wouldn't comment on Koberger's connection to the Hyundai Elantra.
And I will say that we have found an Elantra.
Though Moscow Police Chief James Fry wouldn't.
Yeah, you can definitely see that in his eyes, Jen.
No, you see his mouth? What he did with his mouth?
Oh, I didn't see the mouth. Okay, let me play it again. Sorry.
Comment on Koberger's connection to
he like
the Hyundai
cringes
Elantra.
or something. I don't know how to explain it.
This is of evidence, but we are still looking for the weapon. And I will say that we have found an Elantra.
Though Moscow Police Chief James.
It's really quick. It's really quick.
Yeah, right at the end there. His eyes get wide also.
Yeah, like he's like, oh shit, like he has this thing in his mouth, like kind of like, I don't know how to explain the movement, but like when you're like, oh, like ouch, like I don't know.
I had just watched that clip going over all that stuff. That's funny you played that. Uh-oh. I exposed my email again.
Oh shit. And see, like it cuts off right when he does it, but like you can see the corner of his mouth kind of go back, like ugh, like oh shit.
Okay, so all the emails that I exposed were just you and Rochelle, I think. So you guys are doxxed. All right, let me play Nothing Half-Assed because we need to lighten the mood here. Darn it.
Darn it.
And she is she put out like I probably can't even play them all because I'm gonna, guys. I'm sorry. Me and Jenn are beat, and she's got some stuff going on this weekend, and I am done from that video. Next
weekend I'm going to Virginia.
Oh, next, okay.
31st.
Well, we don't need to tell any stalkers where you're going. But anyway, so the video literally wore me out. I was doing it, just white knuckling it. 5 minutes. Was it okay? It was okay. It could have been a little more professional, but it was all tongue in cheek anyway. So.
No, I want to hear it again, like because I felt like I heard a couple things, but I needed to rewind.
Well, it sounded like he said schmegma and mama, and then when I played I put an echo on it, and you can hear Satan's, and I cut it up between like the static, and then it's still saying Satan's. I'm like, wow, that's so. I mean, I don't know that that's how it sounds if we just play it backwards. I put the echo effect on it. But it was just so weird. I didn't even hear that at first. I was just putting an echo to do the transition into the backrooms thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you yeah me right now? I think you are.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm typing it. Oh.
You get that American sass. All right. Let's see what she got here. I actually had the videos pulled up, but I'm just gonna go to her page because she had so many, and they're quick. I played one of them already. And I think they're under shorts here. Let's see if it's okay for me to expose my window again. Were we talking about exhibitionists last time or something? Somehow I was talking about exhibitionists. All right, here we go. This is I really love this one because it's more me's.
Kane, the Purge. Get in. We're going to find Twiz undercover. What's up? Who's messing with Twiz? Where are you, the weirdos? Hey, Kane, the Purge. Getting, we're going fine twist undercover.
I love that. I was gonna try to use that in the Backrooms video, but I was like, I can't add nothing. I'm running out of time. I mean, I was like, I sent Nothing Half-Assed a message, and I said, you've gone too far with this one. But then I'm like, yeah, you can never go too far. So please somebody put a link to her. I know you already did, but if you want more me, I'll put a link to that in the chat.
Okay, Purge. Getting, we're going fine twist undercover.
Please do me a favor and sub up to her channel and hit the like and comment and I'll do all the things for Nothing Half-Assed. She is not getting half of the attention, and her and I are going to do some shows together coming up, and we are really going to showcase her freaking amazing talent. And it's great to see my girls Jenn and Heather coming of their own. They more than deserve it. But Nothing Half-Assed works so freaking hard, and she's so hilarious on a topic that's so serious. And she knows, she's been there with us all along. She knows all the facts, and she knows how to take a lighthearted approach. Agreed, Jenn?
I agree.
So give her your promotion there, will you? Give her your endorsement.
No, just what you said. She makes, finds a way to make it a little lighthearted. Like, we can't be serious all
Well,
the time.
obviously, it means more coming from you than me.
Right.
Judging from your views.
Listen, let's be real. I only got that many views because Heather plugged me in hers, and she said that she's like, "Is this lady related to Criminal Confidential?"
I'm very proud of you. I'm so proud.
Listen, I'm not doing anything. This is like I say, my channel, my lazy attempt at making videos, because all I'm doing is putting up clips that were already aired and just putting my little commentary, and not even putting commentary. I'm typing the commentary. I should do my voice, I guess, but whatever.
Well, all you guys are more than a part of anything that happens, and Nothing Half-Assed is nothing short of genius brilliant. Let's watch another one.
Hey, Heather Fitzgerald. You're not the only one that's 102 pounds. I'm just kidding. I'm not. But I love you, girl. Just wanted to make you smile.
I love anything that calls out Heather Fitzgerald. She's so smart. Okay, let's see which one. I'll play one of my... This one was my favorite that we watched the other day.
Hey guys, it's Nothing Half-Assed. Hope this reaches you. Just giving you a little heads up. I've seen a lot of accounts on the YouTube streets that are being hacked
On the
into
YouTube
or
streets.
bots. They're getting lots of subscribers. They're all playing Family Guy. Hours of Family Guy. It is me, and it is me, and it is you. Stay off of these channels. I don't like it. All these people that say they want to hack America and take down the internet, what a better way to get at it than going through a bunch of people that subscribe to watch free, stolen, copyrighted material. Be safe out there. I'm heading in. We're going to take out some hackers. Love you guys.
Lecture about CIA, FBI drugs trafficking in the Illuminati plan book.
We're back on the air, by the way.
Oh, okay, just
Okay.
Yeah, for next time.
Yeah, no, thank you, Woke Up. I wanted to play Echo's reading on the energy from the Idaho 4.
Yeah, I want to see it.
But I want to play one more from Nothing Half-Assed. Please go over there and do all the things, guys. It would mean a lot to me and to Jenn. She's putting out all this content, and you know how it is when you work hard and you don't feel like people are responding, but she won't give up because she just puts her nose to the grindstone, which that's what I love about her. But I mean, here's one of my faves.
Yeah, Drunk Chicken Show. Yeah, it's a YouTube show. Yeah, well, they told me they have sources. And they talked to Howard Bloom, so, you know, I already know he's guilty. So, no, evidence doesn't matter to me. I would never change my mind. Not even with evidence showing that it was someone else. No, you won't change my mind. You know, the Drunk Chicken Show? Yeah, it's a YouTube show. Yeah, well, they told me they have sources.
I love them all. Nothing half-assed. I really do. I will watch it. Woke up, and we'll include it in the next show. We already have Jen. We already have a huge show for the next one. So
Okay.
Charge your earbuds up.
All right.
And
I'm
I'm
not
gonna.
gonna be here the 31st, and is what, Thursday? I'll be back like late Sunday.
What's today? Thursday.
25th.
I'll probably do a show on what day is today? Thursday. It's Baby Friday. It's Friday now. I might do one on Sunday. Because I get Jonesy. Because I missed the chat, and I know a lot of people want to get up in here. I think we're the last show on YouTube, Jen.
What do you mean the last one?
Like I was looking for a chat all day long today, and I couldn't find a single. I got into the end of Swamp Rose, and I'm on the wrong echoes. And that was it. It was snuffed out. Because I try not to go too far. Like when Lana's doing the other cases and with the Delphi really sucks me in, and I'm trying to focus on this one, and so it's more than enough for my plate right now. And I did
cannot handle anything else.
Dude, I did 5 years of prison in Delphi, and I'm not gonna mute it, Trish. Sorry.
Hey, hello everyone.
I never rewatch anything that I was, that you can hear in my voice.
I rewatch all mine because I like my voice. You do a good job. You sound good. We're like two great tastes that taste great together.
Like, I do not sound like this in my head.
Boise, this is just after the trial has
Make it
been
bigger.
approved for venue change.
Wait, what?
And I was waiting for you to make the video bigger, but there's a delay, so I guess you did.
And
You have to yell.
the defendant is in Boise. You will see these readings have Boise in parentheses. This is all alleged, not fact, my opinion.
Great
Again,
pubes.
everything said here is alleged, not fact, my opinion. We are going to get started with, I don't anticipate this, maybe, hopefully, to be a very, very long reading. I just want to get an update. I'm going to pick 2 cards just to get energies, or it will tell us what we're going to talk about. 1, a wish, and a mirror. Let's see what these are. A desired outcome, hoping for the impossible, grand vision of the future. Okay, and then 24.
Huh, that sounds about right.
Mirror. Self-reflection, reevaluating your perceptions, and vanity.
Now I want to do my magic tricks when I see cards. Anyway, sorry.
Okay, so
Sorry how you muted so I could listen.
let's get some
I'm going to mute myself.
Okay.
other cards to see what's going on. We're going to start with Kaylee, then Maddie, Xana, and Ethan. So I'm going to do 2 to 4 cards from each, probably 4. So Kaylee, what do you have to say about these? So 6 of Cups, This is like in the past, memories, friendship, memories, so something about the past. Okay, and second card from Kaylee. The Lovers, so in the past, a connection. Ten of Swords, a betrayal. Okay, so there's some kind of, in the past, some kind of connection. And if you look, there's somebody standing like back there looking. So there's some kind of betrayal with this connection. And then Five of Wands. This can be it's some kind of battle fighting. So I know y'all are going to go straight to Jack with the Lovers. I'm not seeing that. I am seeing some kind of chaotic, like a situation that may have been chaotic, a betrayal, and then some kind of argument or battle. Okay, Maddie. The Tower, so that is some kind of falling apart, coming crashing down. So I think this is continuing from Kaylee's cards. So whatever that battle was they're having, it's called the Tower moment. Okay, next card from Maddie. Would cause somebody to worry. This is Nine of Swords. It's anxiety, worry, not being able to sleep, like worried about something. Next card for Maddie. Oh crap. Nine of Wands. Let me see something real quick. Endurance, determination, and willingness to stand firm. So, trying to stand firm, trying to stand in your power. Okay, last card from Maddie. Three of Pentacles. Working together. Three or more people working together. Some kind of team working together. Okay, so it looks like this is Kaylee and Maddie. So in the past, Kaylee and Maddie had some kind of connection that ended up causing some kind of chaos. That card flipped out. Okay. That was chaotic. Some kind of connection that was chaotic that, look, that's like erupting. That caused a betrayal, caused some kind of conflict, which ended up causing a tower moment. Crashing down of everything, which caused someone to have nightmares. But they needed to stand firm in their power and their resilience, in their battle-worn self. Like they've been fighting a battle, but they still have to stand strong. And it has to do with a group of people, some kind of group. And then the Chariot come out, and the Chariot is moving forward, determination, winning a battle, have to win the battle. And on this, it says this way, that way, the way, this way. So determined to whichever way they need to go to continue to move forward. Okay, so before we do Xana and Ethan's cards, I want to get some clarifiers. When we're speaking of the lovers, what can we know about this chaotic situation? And see, there's two different people standing at this, so it's like they were being watched, the situation. It does not have to be lovers, like it can be even friendship, but we're talking about a situation that it looks like they're being spied on. So okay, hold on, let's see. Okay, so for these lovers, can we have a clarification card? Life insurance in reverse. So they were being spied on. Life insurance in reverse. Like this has ended up being caused to take their life, basically. Whatever situation this was. The betrayal card, the 10 of swords. Clarification card on that. Something about money. Something about money. Okay. And let's do this 5 of wands. An affair in reverse. So people that were not really on their side, that were not really on their side. Tower. Surveillance. So it come down because of the surveillance of the situation of being spied on. Somebody was watching them that okay, let's see, what are the nightmares about? This 9 of swords. Rebellion. Because of them going against the... Okay, let's see about this group, this 3 of Pentacles. What can we know about that? Secret weapon exposed. So that's the... Okay, and what about the Chariot? Hollow Earth. I mean, what I get with that is moving forward with a shallow plan of what happened. Okay, so, I mean, I think this is just kind of verifying, like, basically what we've known, but since I haven't really done a reading in a while, sometimes
Anyway, that's the part I wanted to play right there. That part was so good. I'm just interrupting for a second. I wanted to get her second thing, but she was that really brings up some questions if you think about it. Anyway.
that will do that just to remind us of the organization or situations, and it could mean something more that we haven't got to yet. But to me, that's verifying that this was some kind of chaotic situation where there was betrayal and was some kind of connection that the girls had, or all of them could have had. Okay, so Xana and Ethan. So Xana and Ethan. Do Xana first, so 4 cards. So Xana. Okay. Oops. Oh, well, There's the same card that come out for Kaylee and Maddie. So this is representing Xana and Ethan, the memories, the connection, past in the past, something from the past. Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is the card, someone coming in fast, a lot of energy, a lot of passion, someone social, fun, like a party person. So this could be connection to their friends, you know, or even their energy coming in fast, young, with a lot of passion and a lot of, you know, can also be aggression. Then we have the Six of Swords.